I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Picnic Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manning's Man. It's always a pleasure to be with you. It's a pleasure to be alive. It is a joy to be alive, to have breath in our lungs. And so we are very grateful this morning that we are breathing, that we are seeing, that our hands work, our brain is working, right? And our legs are working and our internal organs are functioning. And that is due to the awesomeness of the Creator God, the one who has made the heavens and the earth. And we want to just stop and pause and just give thanks to him for making us alive today. You know, we didn't do anything to turn our hearts on, but he, by his mighty power, continued to keep and sustain us. I want you to trust in the Lord with all your heart and not lean on your own understanding. But in all your ways, I want to encourage you to acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. It is in the psalm, it says, I've been young and I've been old, but I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their seed begging bread. All right? So listen, if you walk in the ways of the Lord, he will sustain and keep you. Your steps are ordered by the Lord, and he will preserve your way. If you are the righteous, you are his workmanship, you are his poem, and he's the poet. So give thanks to the Most High God. I am unashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, because it's the power of God unto salvation to every man who believes, to the Jews first and also to the Gentiles. You understand me? I'm not a perfect person, but I'm being perfected by the mighty Creator God. All right? So I encourage you to trust in him. Give him a chance. Right? Christianity or faith in God Almighty is not restriction. It is freedom, for who the Son sets free is free indeed. Again, it is I Am Sure Sports, and I am your host, Manning's Man. We have a packed program for you today. It's around 2 hours strong. We will allow for opportunities for a person to call in, ventilate their views. We'll be having a few guests as well. You understand me? And this week, tomorrow, will be, we did some partnership with Ethan Pinnock and his dad, Carl Pinnock, and we will be out in Western Jamaica helping a couple of schools with their footballing program. Also, we have partnered with a couple of other organizations, and we have been stockpiling um, football boots for kids and for teenagers and for kids. And so tomorrow we'll be out and about delivering them to different schools, primary schools and high schools, thanks to our partners. Like I said, there is Ethan Pinnock and his dad Carl Pinnock, who we have been working with. Also, there's an organization out of Jacksonville, Florida, that I've been partnered with for quite a while, called Tiny Hope. And then Mitchell's Medical, that we have done lots of work with, and they have been just bringing stuff for us to give to people. We take it outside of one parish into an next parish over this week. So that's tomorrow. We'll show you some videos of that. Also want to big up Ultimate Freddie Butler and the Freddie Butler Foundation, because they have also gotten involved in this as well. Welcome to everyone on the platform. Pesa, hope when I reach out by your side. I will see you tomorrow. Big up Jason Bessa's documentary, Sure Improvement, the first lady to be in. Tom Stranger, Daniel Smith, big up yourself. Kevin Williams, he was the first man to make a comment. Blessings to every single one of you. For those who are watching and you haven't yet made a comment, blessings to you as well. As you can see, our topics for today, of course, normally we get into different topics. Big up Tyrone Davis as well. Big up T got in the building. It says, ISSA, this must stop! Exclamation mark. And then Cavaliers win again. That is the club championship. Then the Champions League roundup, because the Champions League actually starts today, because the big teams will roll out today. Big teams like Arsenal. You know what I'm talking about. And the Jamaica Football Federation has been listening to the pleas and the cries of the fan. All right. Wayne Swire, oh my, you coach a primary school in a center, and maybe I can help you with a couple of things. Yeah, man. So we'll talk. You know the number. Send a WhatsApp message to the number that runs on the banner at the end of the screen. And when you do that, I will reach out to you, and maybe we can give you a 6 pair or a 10 pair. You understand me? We have a school out in St. Elizabeth that will be helping as well, with Pioneer, who is one of the regular persons on the platform. So that's what we want to do. We want to keep on just doing things. The purpose of this platform isn't just to come on and talk, but it's actually to be doing tangible things, to be touching lives. And when we can give football shoes to youths and socks and gears, then those things make a difference. Talking is important, but we have to go beyond talking. And as Jamaicans would say, put your money where your mouth is. You understand me? And if your money is not there, then take your mouth out of it. You understand me? Don't just invest by talking. Invest by putting in. By the sweat of our brow we shall eat. You understand me? That's how we see reward, by actually doing things to touch and change people's lives. And we have been doing this from we were youth ambassadors for our parish. From we were 14 and 15, leading youth clubs and building things in our community, in inner city community. And guess what? We're going to keep doing it. You understand me? Keep changing lives, because we want to see Jamaica, not just football, but people's life being better. You understand me? Blessings. Yeah, man. Big up, big up, big up. All right. Yeah. All right. So where do we begin? Lots of things happening. All right. So I can give you, hey, what a thing this. No, sir, I didn't even remember to tell you this. People, make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe, and you share. Also, I want you to know that, guess what? The super sticker is working, and the super chat feature is working. All right. So you can send a super sticker and a super chat. Of course, you saw that Jason tried it out yesterday and it worked. Some of you have been saying that, boy, man, if you really want to know, you have your chance, go ahead and give a super sticker or a super chat. Also, Dre, Anyways of Sports, big up one of our friends in the business. You understand me? So we are going to, I'm going to put a new link. He has a new platform. I think he has been having some issues with his platforms, so he has a new one, and we're going. I don't know if he's going to pin it here, but I'll certainly try to put it up so you can go over there and check out Dre Any Weather and show him some love. You understand me? You have to keep trying. And sometimes these things, they are very funny how they work. They try to stop you. They try to, I don't want to say fight you, but just the whole system and how these platforms operate. It's very difficult sometimes to know what is what to do, what not to do. But nonetheless, we are going to see if we can put up the information where yours truly, Dre Anyweather, is concerned. So those who have not yet been connected to his new up and running platform can do so. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, if you put your mouth where your money is that the same thing? I hope Unseen is okay from the strike. They said money yelling at the screen. Jeez. Hey, some of you people, you're trying to build rivalry. Big up Coach Minzy. You understand me? Friend in the business. Blessings, my brother. You understand me? We are men of faith, men of family. You understand me? We continue to trust Jesus as our defense. Bless up yourself. You understand me? There are some good people on YouTube, good people. You understand me? Thriving to do the same thing. And there are people who understand that we are all different and we don't have to fit into a particular mold. We don't have to create competition. We don't have to create animosity. All we do, we just do what we do and be who we are. You understand me? We don't need to propagate the place with information about people. We focus on what we are doing. We speak what we believe is right, and we do it how we believe we best communicate, because we are not just here to communicate, but also to educate, to help people to extrapolate things from situations. You understand me? A nonsensical argument, we will forever eradicate. You get all of them rhyme there? Every time. Up. All right. Yeah. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I don't know. I, I don't know. People, you hear what's going on right there? You hear what's going on? All right. So we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you a video right now. Hold on. Let's see if we can get it going. We're gonna show you something, people. Just give me a second. Let's set it up.
So thunder rolls and players are going down. We have a dangerous hit right now. So goalkeeper, linesman down. So we have some serious encounter. People will have to break the stream just now. We'll try our very best to get as much.
All right. So you saw, some of you have seen that incident, read it in the news, read about it in the newspaper, saw it just in different forum. All right. Yeah. This is the link. Thank you, Jason. This is the link for Dre Anyweather's new platform. So people, please check it out and show him some love and support. All right. So let me just say this, right? So I've had the opportunity of being in different places where football is played outside of Jamaica. I mean, I've probably spent time in close to 40 of the 50 states in the US, just doing different things on different occasions. All right. So one thing I know though is that in all of them that I've been, there is this seriousness when it comes on to weather, especially lightning and thunder, and they don't they don't even allow training, or people don't go out in certain public spaces where there are trees and all of those things, as they have different things to track the weather. In fact, at many of the football fields or soccer surfaces in the States, they have these they have some stuff on their on the light poles or the wires, the heavy duty the heavy duty or you know the wires that have the highest amount of voltage, that whenever there is lightning close by, it sends off an alarm, and you are supposed to leave the surface and go basically indoors. I think once it's a certain mileage away, and you have to wait until it's a certain mile up after. All right. I don't know how many fields in Jamaica. I hear Fresh God saying that Fogo Road field has it. I don't know if the field at the game was being played yesterday have it. But here's what. ISSA must take full responsibility for these things. High tension wires, right? ISSA must take full responsibility. And it is full time now that we stop having the players out on the field at any level. This happening in the Premier League, it happens in primary school, it happens in prep school, it happens in high school, it happens in male football, it happens in female football. That we play in weather conditions where oftentimes there's thunder and there is lightning. Now, I understand that, I don't know, but there seems to be a different intensity with the lightning in the States than in Jamaica, because when lightning in the United States, I can tell you, I've been there. Even at the Gold Cup, we had a couple of instances. It feels like it is right beside you, and you feel the heat or the fire, or whatever it is from it. That's how it is. I've never experienced it in Jamaica, but I know there have been instances in Jamaica at football games where persons have been hit by lightning and they have actually died. All right. No, ISSA needs to, I don't care about games being forfeited or not being played for the season. What is more important is the life of our youngsters. And I keep, Coach Minzy saying that once me see it, once he sees that, he stop. And some coaches do it, but not every. So I am saying to coaches and to school administrators as well, that whenever you are in any football game and you see this, ask for the game to be stopped. Please, 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 please. Ask for the game to be stopped. Do not stay out there and play football for any reason, not even a corner league match, because we cannot get back people's life. We cannot replay people's life. We can replay a game. Listen, don't lose your 3 points in order to get 3 points. Let me say that again. Don't lose your 3 points in trying to get 3 points. I want to say that one more time. Don't lose your 3 points trying to get 3 points. Do not do that. Your 3 points is way more important. And again, I'm saying to adults, we have to get more serious. See someone here saying it. This is true improvement. My friend and I were struck by lightning while going for our sons from school on my birthday in 2019 in September. And you know what is funny? I think lightning strike hit a couple of persons in St. Elizabeth a couple years ago in September, and they actually died. So like places like St. Elizabeth, well, all across Jamaica, but like St. Elizabeth, if you hear thunder rolling, stop the game. Stop the cricket match. Stop I know Jamaicans say they like rainball and sing, but where there's lightning and stuff, we have to stop. This has been going on, and even though we have had incidents of people actually being seriously harmed, some dying, we continue to do it. I don't know that there is a policy in ISSA Sports concerning this. But I believe that the Jamaica Football Federation has a responsibility of safeguarding all persons engaged, officials, fans, players, medical persons. The Jamaica Football Federation has a responsibility for their protection while they're participating in footballing events sanctioned by the federation. Therefore, in the same way they have their whistleblowing policy and their they have a policy about gender stuff, they must institute a policy concerning the safeguard of all persons involved in the sport of football from these things. We cannot afford to have people. This is one of the things that we need to address now. The other thing, I do not believe that people should be allowed to play any sports in Jamaica, having seen what happened to the St. George's players a few years ago at a football game, without having this whole heart thing examined and be passed by a cardiologist. And if they are not passed, I don't think they should be doing track and field. I don't think they should be playing cricket. I don't think they should be swimming. I don't think they should be playing football. We have to get serious about safeguarding our kids in particular. And when I say kids, I'm talking about those in high school as well. See, Coach Mins is saying that across the board, Jamaica don't see safety as important. Rob says that at every level, when lightning is forecast, games are stopped in the US. Jamaica, in fact, played Mexico. In Mexico, do you remember that? And there was lightning and thunder, and the game was stopped. In the Gold Cup, on several occasions, they didn't see the lightning, but the thing went off to say it is like certain mileage away. I think it's 30 minutes away or something like that in terms of time. And what they did, the game was delayed. We cannot continue like this. And the JFF must be the entity, I believe, that takes full responsibility. And where these things are breached, the people who breach them must be sanctioned with the full extent of the law. Especially in the event where people are hurt. We could have had 7 casualties that would have ended Manning Cup and the Costa Cup for the season. And I don't want nobody come tell me that I'm going too far. Don't tell me that a long time when I play a rain ball. When there's lightning and thunder, Jamaica have too much trees and them thing there. Most of our fields are out in open. We have fields that have high what you know that the big box that they have, the power company where them say that thing blow, what they call it in Jamaica. What I think, man, it all anytime that gone, light is gone, power is gone in Jamaica. It's on the light pole, so big round thing. And hey, what go on? Remember it? What they call it thing again, man? Oh my Lord, I don't remember. But a lot of our fields are surrounded by stuff like that. And transformer, yes. Transformer. Thank you, Fresh God. Thank you, Jason. Transformer, yeah. A lot of our fields have transformers around them. And lightning, there's a lightning strike or flashes of lightning, and people are still out there. I want to listen to some of these comments, right? A defibrillator should be at every sporting event. That thing save life. A kid fell at a sporting event. I tried to use my first aid skills, but that was but what was lacking is the defibrillator. And this is the next thing again. No game should be played without an ambulance with this thing there. We trained medical persons, not even corner league. We have to take the safety of people serious. You see, Jason Guna says, my daughter, training and games are stopped if there's lightning anywhere within 10 to 15 miles. There you go. That is the distance. I think 30 minutes as well. There has to be a policy for lightning. Even the NFL, MLB, and other outdoor sporting events, games are stopped for lightning, even with millions of dollars on the line. World Cup games are stopped. Champions League games are stopped. MLS games are stopped. CONCACAF games are stopped. We have to do better, Jamaica. And this, we don't need this to go through. We don't need this to go through this and go through that, and we hear that next year it will be. It needs to be instituted with immediate effect. So if today there is a threat of lightning and thunder, no game in that area or at that place. Simply put. Here's a referee out there in Florida saying that as a referee, the thunder are 7 to 10 minutes apart. We got to stop the game because the lightning is about 10 miles away. And we can restart 30 minutes after the last thunder. So, JFF, here's what happened. There is already policies out there in other jurisdictions, so we can use them and apply them to our present situation. But right now, Mr. Ricketts and the executive arm of the GFF, you need to put out something right now. Like today, that ISSA gets, that the Premier, the JPL gets, that the independent schools get, that the primary schools get, that the parish association, it needs to come out today. The policy needs to be out. We don't have any time to wait. Yeah, there are some games that were called off, but I understand that the games were called off because of heavy downpour and the condition of the field. Like, I feel like if fields are not flooded, games will go on. But if other schools have taken the initiative to call off games when there's lightning, then sure improvement, we have to commend them. Because again, when the kids are sent from their homes, they're in the custody and care of the schools. Yeah. What do you say, people? Right? You can call in and give me your thoughts on this. Yeah, so I'm going to play the video again, and you can tell that there was a lot of confusion. I want to know, are there persons also at the ground, seeing that we are in the hurricane season? Remember, when Jamaica plays schoolboy football, we're also in the hurricane season. That means you should expect lightning and thunder, especially in certain places. St. Catherine is one of those parishes, and St. Elizabeth is one of those parishes. All right? So we have one of the coaches who were at the venue, and I want to interview him. I want to do a brief interview with him to find out, what it was like, and, what was his response when he saw all that was happening at the venue, and, what does he believe about this, and if they knew, like some of those questions. So we're going to have him on. But let me play for you again, actually, what happened so you can see it. This is just a clipping of what happened.
So thunder rolls and players are going down. We have a dangerous hit right now. So goalkeeper, linesman down. So we have some serious encounter. People will have to break the stream just now. We'll try our very best to get as much.
All right, so you saw some of that. All right, so we have one of the coaches at Charlemont, Unseen Sports TV, you know him as Coach Javan Parchment. He's going to join the show in his Jamaica shirt, so you know that when he go into the Reggae Girls game, he's not going to have one to wear, but because he's wearing it today, and his excuse for not wearing one for the next game will be, I wore the shirt on Wednesday, expect me to wear it to the game on Friday. Unseen, welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks, one. First, I want to say thank the Lord, for saving me. Yesterday was very scary.
Yeah.
Scary experience. Yeah, man. Very scary, man. Big up to people in the comment section. Scary money, man. Scary. Like, there was no, I would say, signs like a lightning strike somewhere far away from the area. So you would say, all right, then it's coming. There was no sign like that. But I guess if you have the equipments, like, overseas, you will know that area is prone at the time for lightning. We don't have that. So, you normally use when a lightning strikes somewhere nearby, you will say, okay, I hear the thunder. You will say, all right, it's close. So let us come off the field. There was nothing like that. And there was no rain at the time. It was just a cloud over us.
Somebody is asking, so is it the first something like this is happening over that side?
It's the first that is happening at Charlie Moore was there. See that.
But nowhere in that St. Catherine region. Has it ever happened before?
First I've seen it.
The first. All right. So how prepared were the schools to handle this? Like when it happened, what was the ambulance response? Who were the persons there who understood how to deal with issues of this nature there?
Repeat that. Repeat.
Yeah. What I'm saying is this: like, what was the response like in terms of the medical persons there? One, how did they respond? Was it adequate? Were persons on your coaching staff or the dental coaching staff who were adept with how to deal with issues of this, though it is the first?
Yeah, so the response was quick movements. The police was there. The school buses was used as transportation to get the kids to the hospital. Coaches from each school went on the field and moved players, whether it was a dental player or a Charlie Mount player. Off the field. The police responded to the referee and get him quickly off the field to the hospital as well. So, it was a quick response from people around the field, management, to save the lives of these.
I notice you don't mention it. I notice you have not mentioned ambulance. You mentioned police. You remember the school bus. Where was the ambulance?
Repeat.
I notice you have not mentioned ambulance. You mentioned the police. You mentioned the school bus helping to transport the persons who were hurt. Where was the ambulance and the medical persons from the ambulance?
All right. So normally there will be a fire brigade. There will be the fire brigade ambulance by the school, because part of the Old Boys Association have an ambulance person, fire brigade man there, ambulance. But I saw some fire brigade persons at the venue responding to the players and the referee, but I didn't see any ambulance. I wonder if it's outside, or I don't know. I did not see it where I was, so I don't know if it was on the company.
Okay, so you didn't see any ambulance. So because isn't there a rule that the
ambulance person?
Okay, all right. So isn't there a rule though that for games like this, an ambulance must be like present at the closest exit from the ground, facing the closest exit from the closest exit from the field, like where players can come off, and it must be facing the exit, meaning as soon as somebody goes into the back of that ambulance, it should have a straight drive to the exit. That is where the ambulance supposed to be. So none was there based on your observation.
I never see any ambulance, but I saw the ambulance fire brigade officers.
Okay, all right. So I know that some persons are saying that the lightning didn't give any warning, but unless you are really tracking the weather, you can't. But the place was overcasted, right?
It was overcast, yes.
All right. The place was overcast. Do you know that in the weather report, in the night before, it spoke about lightning and thunder and projected rain and all of those things? So what I want to find out is like teams actually follow weather report to know what the weather will be on the day, or seeing that the place was overcast. Was anyone tracking or checking the weather even on their phone? Because there is that on the phone to know, seeing that we should be safeguarding players.
Oh. Good question, man. I think, I think we dropped the ball in that regards. We dropped the ball in that regards, and we should now look at this as something that we pay attention to more for the safeguard of our players, not only schoolboy players, but adults as well. In any sports whatsoever, outdoor, we need to look at this.
Okay. All right. Then, most important is technology. All right. How are the persons doing? Do you have any knowledge of how the persons who are doing?
All right.
Who would have suffered hit?
All right. So three footballers was rushed to the hospital from Dintil, and the linesman was facing where the lightning, came from. He was the worst out of all of them. One of the Dintil players came out of hospital this morning, and I think the other two last night was an accident. They are okay. I'm not sure about the referee, if he's okay and he's going to, I'm not sure about him as yet. So I'm waiting on more information from the referee standpoint. But I know the players are okay and they will be out of the hospital.
Okay, that's very, very good news. That's good to hear. That's very good to hear. And no one from Charlemont was immediately affected, though.
No. One player was down, but he quickly got on his feet and came off the field. And,
all right. How close was? Yeah. Sorry. All right. So how close was the closest area to cover the players? Meaning, because that's the next thing. If there was a next lightning strike in 5 minutes, was there a place close enough for them to get under or get into for shelter?
Yes, man. They were close. The school is right near the football field. So it's easy, quick. Like less than 1 minute you can reach under shelter.
Okay, all right. Important question. From your knowledge, who is responsible for organizing those things, ensuring the ambulance is there, that police is there, that
I think the
school or the organizer?
I think the school, they left it up on the school to do it, because I don't know, you don't see any match commissioner coming to these games. I did not see any match commissioner coming to the game. You understand me?
Okay.
A game of that magnitude with Dintil and Charlemont, no match commissioner from ISSA. I don't understand. But the school now, because what normally happens is that we always make sure that ambulance is there, so the school takes that responsibility, man.
Yeah. What are some of the lessons you learn as a coach? Oh, sorry.
When it reach out of the group stage, normally they have the ISSA will make sure that the ambulance is there. For sure.
Okay. What are some of the key lessons you have learned from this experience that you will, you can't prevent lightning, but you can take necessary precautions? What are some of the key
I think
lessons you have learned?
I think we should start to look to really check the weather carefully. Also to use devices. Also to be on time for games as well.
Okay. So the game what? Started late?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
All
if
right.
the game started on time, maybe. But you may have players on the field doing their kicks in the halftime still. But I think majority of the players would be off the field.
At the time of the
Because
lightning.
it was
Okay, so you said that
30
the
minutes.
15 minute the game started 15 minutes late. You're saying that if the game had started on time at the lightning strike, it would have actually been halftime if it was at the original starting time.
Right.
Okay. And what caused the delay at the start of the game? Teams or officials?
One referee was checking out and I don't see the other two.
Okay. I think ISSA need to come out and answer some of these things because so many games are across. People don't realize that some of these games. So let me tell you, schoolboy football is a real joke, I'm going to tell you. Like some of these games, I've seen schoolboy games start at 4:15, 3 o'clock games and 3:30 games. Start at 4:15, and what the officials do is cut the time of the game to 40 minutes to finish it before it's dark. Cut the time at halftime because referees turn up late because this is not there, because that is not there. I think the greatest effort is when there's TV game. So I don't understand how when there's a TV game, for the most part, although there have been occasions when they start late, for the TV game, for the most part, everything can be in place and on time. But when it is not for TV, you have games 45 minutes late. And then the players are robbed of time. So I think ISSA need to come and answer some... a lot of things, Rob Smith. Sometimes the referees are not there. Sometimes the ambulance are not there. Sometimes the team get time mixed up. Sometimes all kind of stuff. But I think one of the most common things is that the officials turn up late. It is an ambulance. And what Coach Minzy was saying earlier about the defibrillator, I think that's what it is called. I think these are the biggest, some of the biggest reasons. And we can't be talking about this thing like it is the biggest thing in Jamaica, bigger than even the JPL. And we can't even get the starting time right. Yeah, but so any decision has been made on the game yet? Or you're still?
Well, I don't know one is one, but I think the game is 30 minutes in the game, so I think they will start back from where it ended. I don't know if it will be playing by our school, maybe depending on the weather. And because the game was played nearby, you were turning up, and that game finished, and there was no lightning up there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, if they are close by and there's lightning by you, that game should not, because you can't tell where the lightning is going to strike without anything scientific helping you. So the fact that that game finished probably is not even wise either.
But man, you can't say that the referee know that it happened done by our field.
No,
at the time.
What I'm saying, no man, I'm not saying the referee. What I'm saying though is that there should be something that, and here's why I'm saying that. Because this is not the first time at schoolboy football games that there have been lightning strike where players have been hurt. Are we going to wait until one of them die before we say, okay, we need to put it in place? what they call the things, lightning rods or whatever, or install some things to figure out what is going to happen. I'm not saying that ISSA knew that there was going to be lightning, or the next venue knew. But what I'm saying, if both venues are closed and this incident happened at Charlie Mount, the truth is that maybe the Yuatan game should have been stopped too, because the second one could have been there, and now it would have looked worse.
Somebody. So that would command. I think somebody who is in charge of the zone or the area would call, or the police would call and say, close all games because of lightning.
No, but what I'm saying is that I know I can only speak for the states. You can track the weather, you can track the lightning, and it will tell you how far or how close it is and when it will pass. So I don't know if that. All I'm saying that must be it must be available to Jamaica so we can make better decisions. That's all I'm saying. We have to find the technology that can that can aid us in making the best decision. See somebody saying that it happened on Stadium East in 2019, JC versus Wolmers. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I see. I don't care. Hey, big up military Guna. I wonder how it was for you. I listen, whether the lightning was dry or wet, I don't even understand the difference. What I know that is lightning is very dangerous.
Military Guna well sheltered, man. Him on a tent and him back turn.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Sure Improvement says she believed that the first game probably started on time.
Right. So it will be close down to the end of the game for them.
Okay. Oh, and both games were supposed to start on time at the same time.
3:30.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So ISSA, please, you need to come out. Maybe you're not going to use YouTube platforms to do this, and that is good. Use mainstream media. JFF, this is something now that you have to step up. This is happening far too often. It happened at Corner League, it happened in primary school, it happened in prep school, it happened in high school, it happened in the National League. You have to put a policy in place. So looking forward to hearing from the JFF and from ISSA on these matters. Now I'm seeing the second thing, your new employer had a beautiful win yesterday. Cavaliers Football Club, they defeated Mocha by 3-0 at the game at Sabina Park. The surface, except for the pitch, they really look good. Although there was a little bit of an uneven bounce on the pitch. Chanel Thomas scored a hat-trick. I think he's probably one of the first Jamaicans to score a hat-trick in this competition. He is the leading goal scorer. Yeah, but this is one of the top teams in the Dominican Republic. What are your thoughts on the game? Cavaliers' performance, and looks like they are in pole position to advance, as we also talk about Dunby Holden, who plays their game today. What say you about Cavaliers' performance?
The Saturday I went down there early in the morning. I carry a youngster there for the Cavalier coaching staff to look at him to see if he can help them in the future. I was watching this session and I could tell you that these boys wanted the win, man, as well. They were training to the T, the technical instruction from the coaches. Even Mr. Speed himself was trying to teach me a couple of things and saying, man, unseen learning. Some of the stuff, and me and Mr. Meeks took away some of his tactics and applied Charlie Mount versus Dintil in the 30 minutes.
Okay.
And
okay.
I'm telling you, it's
what you took away? What you took away? Long ball.
Not really long ball, but you know, just basically what to do to beat the press. You know, beat breach the sharks. I call it breach the sharks. You understand?
So what? Big up might
And
be
the players
with the super. Hold on. Big up might be with the super sticker. Mike, oh, you disappear from me. I mean, really. Hey, welcome back. A long time. Yeah, go ahead and see. Yes.
Yeah, man, breach the sharks. So basically, you must have capable players to make the proper passes to the players, the outlets. Whenever a team presses you or try to attack you, and then you might lose the ball if you try to build up play just to beat that line of press with one pass.
Okay.
So he was doing it over and over with the A team against the B team, and you could see it. You know, with Chanel Thomas scoring a lot of goals in training as well. Christopher Ainsley doing his thing as well down the line when they break out from the press in training. So it's basically in training. You could see it man is man, so I'd expect them to defeat Mocha. And I expected Chanel to score as well.
Let me tell you the truth. I never like how Cavaliers played. I think Cavaliers, let me give you my opinion. I think Cavaliers, Mr. Speed, and this has been from the Premier League. Cavaliers rarely concedes a lot of goal. It's when it comes on to how they set up defensively, even though they may even play against taller teams, they are very difficult teams to break down defensively. But you see, because they didn't have like the speed, Colin Anderson and those guys and Webster, you see a lot of those long passes to me never work because the team was taller than them and were winning all the aerial duels. However, it was a long ball that Nicholas Hamilton got. The defender made a mistake. He played it across. Good header by Chanel Thomas, right? So it did work eventually. But my thing is, Cavaliers is not one of those teams that does a lot of build up from defense to attack in creating opportunities. They use a lot of long ball. I don't like that about them, but I can tell you this, in terms of their defensive structure, they are one of the most consistent teams in setting up good defensively, and they do what works for them, which is long ball to their wingers and counter you. And when they suck you in, so they will suck you in, play it over the top, and they will beat you. And so it works for them, but it is not my favorite style.
Man, you know why? Whenever they break, whenever they break, most of the time they have like 6-7 man on the back, same way. So if they lose the ball, they still have to face that number of players. Because football is a numbers game to try to break their line to get a goal. And the percentage chance of you scoring is limited while you trying to play the ball around your backline, by trying to build up. Percentage chance of you losing that ball in that build up is greater than them. So that is what Speed is looking at.
Okay.
You understand me? So for example, in the Dintil game yesterday, that is what we look at. Dintil is a team that likes to pass the ball, blah, 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 blah. So I'm saying they are more likely to make a bad pass in the back line, which can lead up to a goal for us. Right?
Yeah.
And they are good at passing the ball. So I'm saying if we reduce our passing in the back line, right?
You reducing passing and seeing you who come out here and you tell the people them that when they watch Charlie Mount, you can guarantee them they will not be seeing this heap of long ball. They are going to.
No, but we're not playing a heap of long ball.
They're going to begin their attacking They're going to begin their attacking their own half. They'll be building from the back.
No. We build from the back with a limited amount of pass.
All of a sudden, the man go at Speed and the man changing philosophy, yeah, sir.
No. You have to, hey, man is man. You're there on Algrimsey, Algrimsey say it, You have to change your tactics for each team you play,
But you say you not like how Algrimsey coach. So you're using words. I don't understand.
I never say I like the tactics we use.
So you mentioned him tactics. I don't. You're contradicting yourself.
Like the tactics where him use.
But you're just okay, fine. But you're just alluding to the tactics that he used as something that Speed uses and Dintil. And you, sorry,
No,
and you
speed,
against Dintil.
speed tactics is different from against the tactics.
What is Speed tactics?
When them get the ball in the attacking third, they keep it. Jamaica not try to keep the ball in the attacking third at all.
Jamaica don't keep the ball?
They don't try to keep the ball in the attacking third. Man is man.
Hey, Unseen, you need Jesus.
Come on.
This
Jamaica keep the ball in the attacking third. We kick where the ball as we get it like a hard party.
So, but I'm seeing Ruler Speed on his first game. They didn't keep the ball in the first half, Unseen. They didn't, Unseen.
But I never tell you say I like when them don't keep the ball.
What? I don't understand what you mean. Explain to me. You have to explain that to me.
All right. So the direct footballing tactics.
Yeah.
What I like with direct football tactics, you try to keep the ball most of the time in the opponent's half.
So, but Cavaliers wasn't doing that. Cavaliers' first goal came from a long ball from the defender straight to Nicholas Hamilton. Nicholas Hamilton control, square it in. 3 passes led to the goal. 1 from the defender to Hamilton. Hamilton to thing, and he scored. 3. The
Right.
second goal was the same thing. It was no heap of build-up play in the team half.
Right. But what I'm saying, in training, they keep the ball in training in the attacking third.
Yeah, but you can't use training. What happened in training don't sometimes translate into the match.
That's what I liked.
Oh, so maybe you need to watch Hal Grimson training then.
So why in match it can't
So same reason why in match what you signed Cavaliers training didn't work in Cavaliers match.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you, man, is that is what I took and applied with Charlie Moon. No, we kept the ball in the third.
You took the trick. Okay, that's what you mean. Yeah. So what you took what you saw in training.
Right. So our thing was to keep the ball in the attacking third as much as possible.
All right, sir. All right, boss. Me not to pressure you. But you did promise the people that your team would play like Barcelona.
No,
do you remember that?
No, we couldn't play like Barcelona because, based on our preparation, we had only 4 games, and our first game wasn't like what we expected. Nervousness. So we did not. I would say I was nervous in terms of how we would apply ourselves in the Dintil game. And boy, where the game start, the players them say with them ready, and them did ready. They were playing like,
So you're on course for a win.
I think so.
All right, not a problem. Listen, I have 2 questions to ask because I have 2 tickets to give away. Let me just get to this, right? I'll soon come back to that part. Big up to all the persons who have joined: Nikai, James, R&R, Triple E, British Gunners, Bloomfield, you understand me, and all the other persons who have come on as well. But we have 2 tickets to give away for Jamaica versus Canada at the National Stadium this Friday, just a couple days away. And if you would like to win the tickets, right, you can call in, and if you answer the question correctly, you will get the ticket. It's ticket for the bleachers, right? So if you want to be the lucky winner of a ticket to the Jamaica versus Canada game, you can call in right now, and I will ask you a question. And if you get the question right, you understand me, then you get the ticket, right? I will not tell you the question, right? But if you call in, then we will ask you the question, but I will not put the question out there. You have to call in first to win the question. Continue to hit the like button, continue to subscribe, continue to share the content. But Ansin, I'm glad that you have gone and learned. But what do you make of Rudolph Speed? Is he one of the best local coaches we have out there right now? And should he give up that technical director position and probably help to coach one of the youth teams, seeing that he's always working with young players? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, man is one.
Huh? Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Man is one. Repeat the question.
Yes. So
somebody came in.
Yeah, man, not a problem. Not a problem. What I want to ask you is Rudolph Speed one of the better coaches? And if he is, should he possibly look at leaving the position of technical director or head of the technical committee and probably coach one of the youth teams or be involved with the youth program, seeing that he has, taken a fairly young Cavaliers team to win the Premier League, taken a young Cavaliers team to probably finish in top of the zone in this CONCACAF Club Championship. What are your thoughts on his coaching documents and what should he do?
So not because I am, around him some of the time, or like the club Cavaliers and the young youth and stuff. I think he has the formula in developing youth players.
Meaning Formula Sports TV?
No, not Formula Sports TV. Formula in developing the youth players.
Okay.
In terms of the physical aspect, you understand me? And if you really ask him what he used, he will tell you that he doesn't really use gym, irons and stuff. He uses bands. And if you look at the players, their calves are massive, their thighs are massive, and they're fast, and stamina is up on them, and it doesn't have a lot of equipment such as a GPS monitor, such as a Mount Pleasant team, and they can
why you had to bring Mount Pleasant in your equation?
No, I'm just using.
So why you don't bring up Mount Pleasant, because Mount Pleasant are the Premier League champion? Bring up a next team, Mount Pleasant.
All right. Our next team will have GPS monitor then. Cool. I don't know which
above you.
Above you. All right. And they're still performing. The tests is that they do to find out the fitness level is different from some of the teams that are, and he's doing well. I think, and his knowledge as well, he knows how to play teams with better quality than him and get good results. His tactics. So he changed tactics based on the team that he's playing. You understand me? I remember when the game he was playing against Arnett Garden. Arnett Garden have what's his name again? That boy that Marlon Allen, that Mount Pleasant by the day, was on farm, scoring goals. And sometimes you say that Speed play boring football, but you can see the education behind it. King just playing the ball around there, and Marlon Allen just running around, like running up and down till him stamina level go down, and then Cephas was on that team as well, and they have Cephas running up and down, and the coach on the other team could not see that. Like they could not see that Cavaliers was trying to drain the energy of the front, the attackers from the other team, and Cavaliers end up winning that game 1-0 using that tactics. So I think Speed is one of the best coaches, man. Local coaches. He has proven that in under 15, under 17, CASAFA League. His players are in the national team every time, in the youth national team every time. One of his players are at Dintil as well, winning under 15 league. He's the centre back at Dintil. Stats, 2 centre backs are Cavaliers players. So, man is man. I just think that he is one of the best local coaches, youth coaches in Jamaica.
Okay. Rob Smith has a question for you. He says, when did he get promoted from fitness coach to giving tactical advice to Beaks? He's asking you, when did you get promoted? Rob, I should have read your question before. The Rob is giving problems. Rob, relax yourself, bud.
Teach Rob, can you tell Rob that fitness coach is not just about fitness? It's about football fitness. I have to do technical and tactical drills with the team as well. Where Rob come from, man?
Yeah. All right. People, remember, we have two questions. Yeah. We have people. We have 2 tickets to give away, and it is tickets for the bleachers. Bleachers and grandstand is the same place, you know, man. It's the same stadium, you know, same view, you know. There'll be no rain, you know, so it shouldn't matter. You understand me? If you don't want the dew to be on you, just wear a cap. You understand me? And sit in the grandstand. Lots, you know, you understand me. So we have 2 tickets for the bleachers. We have very simple questions. Sure improvement. Call in, man. You can win it. Or maybe ask somebody to call in for you. Win the tickets and then you can have it. All right. So call in and yeah, and win the tickets. 2 tickets to give away. Let's see who is going to call in and ask the questions to win these 2 tickets. All right. Who is ready? Oh, should give me the first ticket. I don't think you know, sure improvement. We will make sure that somebody else buys a ticket. Right? We have in fact we have a person who is going to buy 10. Where is he? He's not on it. 10 grandstand ticket. Maybe we can have them give you one of those 10. But for these 2, somebody got to answer the question. So maybe I can ask Rob to call in and answer the question and give the ticket to you and stuff. But for these, yeah. Braxton Irie, big coach, bless up yourself. All right? Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself. All right. So now Cavaliers are in pole position to qualify. I know Harborview, I believe, plays. Rajic Sharp. See the number is running under if you look, you'll see the number. You can call that number there. People, remember also you can hit the like button, you can subscribe. Let's see if this is a caller to the program. Hold on. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good afternoon.
Good day to you, Pastor Stennett.
Yes.
How are you doing? This is Pastor Kirk, Christ Alive.
I am live on air. So I know you're not calling for that, but I'm live on a show on air right now. All right. So
just give me a call.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Rajic Sharp, you can call in. You understand me? You can call in. So this Fresh God just put up the number. So Cavaliers are in pole position. I think Harborview are still in with a chance, and Dun Beholden as well. Still in a chance to qualify. I mean, this is good for Jamaica's football. You know what is funny? I remember the last time that I think Cavaliers and Waterhouse were in this competition, and they went out in Dominican played, and they got some very bad beating, right? You remember that, Unseen? And many people are talking about how poor the Jamaican league is and how poor the quality of the Jamaican teams are, and you know the players are known good, and the Waterhouse was a lot of persons were coming out to say that, even though they were talking about the youthfulness of Cavaliers team. But I would love to see that same kind of feeling be shared. I get it. Sometimes for me, I feel like when our teams don't do well, like people are happy so they can come out and criticize, and it's feel like when they win, if we can't find reasons to really cuss them out, we don't say anything. All right. So I want all of us that when the teams do bad, yes, you criticize them, but when the teams come out and do good, you have to commend them on their performances. All right. So let me just put that out there, because when the teams, I think a couple seasons ago, I mean, the criticism were terrible. People, I mean, I remember even the Waterhouse team, they were talking about this young Haitian, and that, I mean, all the young Haitian and the Jamaican players are known good, and none of them, I mean, it was terrible and all of that. Now, Jamaica, the Jamaican teams, for the most part, are doing well. All right? For the most part, are doing well. And I don't hear a lot of people coming out doing shows are making comments, are calling in and talking about the good performances of this team. But I have one thing about Cavaliers team yesterday that I have to speak about. Ronaldo Barrett played for Cavaliers. This is the issue I'm having. Ronaldo Barrett came in as a second half substitute for Cavaliers. Am I right, Unseen?
You're right.
My question then is, why is Ronaldo Barrett playing for Heidel then? Why is he playing for Heidel when he's playing for Cavaliers in the Champions League? I don't know who his parents are. I've never met them. One thing I know is that I believe what I saw of him in the under-17 team, this is a player with a lot of potential. And what I would suggest is that he doesn't play schoolboy football, but he sticks to the Cavaliers team, get into that starting 11, which I believe he can, and play well. And play there and leave schoolboy football alone.
I think man
alone.
I think schoolboy football is a way of marketing play as well. You know? It's a big way of marketing play. That's the reason why I think
schoolboy football is a what?
It give a buzz. A marketing strategy. You know, people know your play and stuff.
How? Schoolboy? You're telling me that scouts come to Jamaica from big clubs to watch players playing schoolboy football to say that they are good? To watch a 19-year-old playing against a 14-year-old to say that a big baller that?
Man, you may differ, but people.
I'm asking.
People them different because remember when Whisper was in Brookhouse and overseas playing and stuff, and when everybody said make him come back and play schoolboy football or Premier League, and come back and play schoolboy football, and the whole Jamaica know him. So I think it's a marketing strategy, schoolboy football, because of
for a player to be known, he has to play schoolboy football.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying
no.
It
So
helps.
you're saying, no. So if say Whisper did not play for he didn't play for Casey but play for Harborview, you think he would be less known? We have a call.
So.
Let me see.
I think so.
Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Yeah.
I think so.
So you're saying that if Whisper did not play for Kingston College, he would not?
Think so.
I don't know. I think if he had played for Harborview, he would be just as popular as Common. Simple.
No, you have to look at it. Look how much YouTubers doing videos on schoolboy football right across Jamaica. Everybody pick up schoolboy football. I'm just talking about the marketing part, you know. How many YouTubers doing it? Sportsmax doing it more than even JPL.
Yeah, but Unseen, you're telling me that if Ronaldo Barrett being on ESPN last night is bigger than him being watched on CVM or Sportsmax, in my opinion. I think him playing in the club championship and having a good game and being seen on ESPN globally is way bigger than him playing for Heidel. How many Heidel games have you seen so far?
Huh?
How many Heidel games have you seen on TV?
I've seen clippings of one. I've seen clippings of one. The KC game, the clippings of the KC game.
There you go, clippings. So the truth is, a lot of the teams and a lot of the players, how many games will Dustin Cohen? Dustin Cohen, for example, is at Denby. All right? You think anybody going to see him down there playing schoolboy football? Javin Williams at Mannings. If Mannings get one game televised, it is a big deal. So half of them would be seen if they were playing in the Premier League and bigger leagues. Zan here. But we have Leader online. Leader, welcome to the show.
How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing? They call it, they say your name Prophet Leader now, you know.
Boy. I put up a date. Tell Ancina herself can look, man. It's a very significant date. I won't say anything more. When you get a chance, look on the date. And if you I won't tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
All right. Persons, when we have somebody on hold on, Leader. When we have somebody on the line, if you're calling, going to have to cut off the call because we can't take 2 calls on the line at the same time. So just hold on. I'll call you as soon as Leader gets his 5 minutes. Go ahead, Leader.
Okay. Anyway, quickly. Barrett. 17, 18 minutes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know though, right, that the problem is, right, the player and not so much with the players' clubs. But normally, what is the problem with these youngsters wanting to play is that there's something called like a schoolboy mafia. That this morning, I from somebody connected, I was that why did Barrett even go on the field last night? Don't even know him have match today. And I said, I think he only got about 15, 16 minutes.
So Barrett is going to play schoolboy football today?
Let's move on from that.
So Leader, I need to manage the players and better now.
No, Leader.
Look here now. Hello?
No, Leader.
So Leader, you need to manage the players.
Hold on, Unseen. Leader, it's not a secret, because the game will be played. We will see whether he plays or not. So, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Barton.
Leader, you're breaking up, man. We're not hearing you clearly. We know. Remember, we have 2 tickets to give away for the Reggae Girls game. We have a couple of questions to ask. You can call in. We're not Unseen. Let me see if we can get back Leader on the program. We have a next caller. We're going to take the call and then we will call back Leader. So let's see if we can get this caller online here who was trying to call us. And then welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Man. Roderick, man.
Oh, Roderick. Yes. We had Leader online. So. Yeah.
Yeah, you got some information. I want to spend $150 on some tickets. How do we go about that? Just want to get some points, some tickets. I mean, can't go, but I like somebody else.
All right. So we're gonna put up the Zelle. You send it by Zelle and we'll buy the tickets. And we just give it to the fans.
All right then.
All right.
This number goes straight to your Zelle?
Yeah, so if you go back on the channel, we're gonna put up the Zelle information on the banner.
Okay.
All right. Between me and Fresh God, you'll see. Yeah, and then you work with that, and then we'll get the tickets. We'll get Sure Improvement one because she wants to go to the grandstand, so we're going to get her a ticket to the grandstand. And then
all right, boss. I want to send the money to you because me can't physically go, but I like somebody to go who never get a chance. See?
Yeah, man.
Take care of who.
Yeah, man. So the Zelle information is there.
Okay.
Just go back on your seat. I have it up running, and Fresh God also have it there as well. And once you do that,
all right,
we'll get the ticket. Big up project. Come on.
All right.
And you don't want to answer the question.
No,
yeah. All right.
So, in the middle of the question, I can't go, but I like to support somebody who would like to go.
All right, then that's a problem.
I want to spend $150 to say any person who like them want to go, you want to give them the ticket. Fine with me.
All right, then not a problem.
Contribute a $150.
Yeah, man. All right, then. So do all that, right. And then we'll get that sorted out. All right, then. Cool.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, man. Cool. All right, there you go. All right, so that is Roderick. You see it? That is how good this thing is. All right. Let's see if we can get back the Leader Leader come on and leader start call the people them think mafia, and then him say let's move on. Me not understand leader, you know. Him call.
Him start a one run.
What is the proof? What is the proof? What is the proof? Tickets were bought. I don't understand that. Omar. Like who bought tickets for who? We have 2 tickets to give away. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're saying, Omar. Because Rajic is somebody that I know, you know. So I don't know. What you're saying? Clear up what you're saying, man. Or, you know, or you maybe miss out on some of those things. All right. Leader. Yes, go ahead. You were saying that there's a schoolboy mafia.
Yeah, well, it's well known that it's not just for football. It's in track
leader,
and field.
Careful. What, you know, mafia is a very strong word. And when you're calling people mafia, you know, leader, them terms, there are some very strong terms in a leader to describe people without context, you know. We have to be very careful of the words that we use, you know, less, you know, there's charges for defamation of character and those things, you know. Mafia. That's a highly...
No, I wouldn't say in a criminal way.
But
right?
mafia, the idea of a mafia is criminal.
But I don't think him call about that.
No. It's a grouping. No, it's a grouping.
All right, let's go ahead and continue. So I just want to make sure that
I just want
understand.
It is something that is there in track and field, right? It's also there in football. The major sports, it's there more than anything else. I can't say what it's like with some of the other, like basketball, but this is something where we spoke about it the other night with the amount of money that they put in there and the influence that they have on these kids, right? Whether they play for their clubs or not. A lot of times you have some people that tell the youngsters don't play for their clubs. There's a certain player I know that when he started playing for his club, right? He was told by the school right away that, oh, hold on, you know, you can't do that, right? Because Manning Cup was finished, right? This is a player, very, very popular player, you know, no, very, very popular. I think everybody rates him like that. But his schoolboy, his career has not moved past that because he played, and even in interviews he has done, he has said that what he did in the schoolboy level, it held him back. It did hold him back after a while. So after winning a number of titles at JC, he has said it did hold him back. So all I can say is that people have that a lot of times when these youngsters play back in schoolboy, there's a lot of influence. A lot of things are offered to parents. I think Unseen there can corroborate. I knew of another youngster that had a chance to stay at a certain school, and he was influenced to move. And when I heard what his parents was getting, I couldn't wrong them. You understand? So this is one of the things that...
Leader, but aren't you also guilty of promising a whole lot when you go and talk to a footballer, to their parents, in terms of what your club or the institution you're going to take that kid to can offer? You do the same thing. When you go to a parent and you say, listen, you have a good son, you know, if you let me take him to this school or to this club or to this place, you know, he will be this and he'll get a big transfer. You know how much money you could earn if you do the same thing. So are you part of the mafia?
No, there's a difference, you know.
What is the difference?
No, hold on. No, maybe I might supply. I won't go into that. What I'll just say.
No, but you need to tell us what the difference is.
When I recruit for schools, there's two different things. I don't tell anything to a youngster club when you're getting them for a school. That's a different matter. Because
here's what I'm
it's
saying.
A small, very small percentage that make it.
No, leader, here's the question I'm asking you.
Two different arguments.
You spoke about the offers that are being made to parents and how ridiculous it is for them to turn it down. And it is in that context that you mentioned and you speak of the whole mafia. So my question is this. When you, as a person, go to a parent and you say to them, listen, your son is very talented. He has enormous potential to become big time. He needs a good club or a good school. If he gets connected to this school, listen, I can see him even possibly in the future moving to Europe. You could stand to benefit significantly from that. When you sell somebody that vision of their child and they say, well, may I tell you, that was a good vision. All right, you can move him. You can, where is footballing is concerned, I want to let you lead that part. Isn't that similar to when a school goes to a parent and says, listen, we want him to come and play. Here is this, here is that. What is the difference between what you do and what other people do? Why you classify them as mafia and you are not?
Well, one thing I can say, and anybody that out there can actually vouch on this part here. When I offer or I try to get a youngster for any school, as a matter of fact, any school, whether it's JC, KC, Stats, Calabar, anybody, the first thing I tell them that you're going there for an education. And what I'm going to do is that normally what happens is I'm moving them from a non-traditional into a traditional school. So that's the first thing. And that's one I won't apologize about. I do take kids that are in non-traditional and give them the opportunity, right, to get in. I've heard stories of people saying, oh, they give the kids all sorts of things. When I hear, I say, hold on, I'm joking because all I do is offer them an education. However, I will offer also, depending on the quality of the youngster, I might also offer them the opportunity to join my club's youth program.
Oh,
it
you
depends,
have a
but not
club?
all.
You have a club?
I will sometimes, depending on the quality of the player, I will offer them. I've been at 2 clubs, and I'm still at 1.
Which club
Anyway.
is that? Which club is your club?
Man, look,
But you
man,
just
come
want
on,
the people. Not everybody on the program knows which club you call your club. So just it's okay. You can just say it is not. For those who don't know,
I have been a lifelong supporter of Medhaven United, and I am also connected to Cavaliers.
so when
That's-
you say
everybody knows
when
that.
you say my club now, you're referring to Cavaliers. We just want to be clear.
Well, that's not a secret.
All right, fine. I just wanted to be clear. All right, so hold on. So now, you are purporting that when you speak to the kids, you and the parents, you're offering them the chance of better education. So you don't believe like when KC and JC and Wolmer's or any of the other schools or the Dintil, they also presented them the opportunity of a better education?
No, let me tell you now. I
You're
have
saying
been
no, they
sometimes.
don't?
No, hold on, no.
No, hold on.
Hold on.
No, but you
What
answered
they have is other inducements that I can offer.
No. Here's what I'm saying, though. Before you continue with the answer, you said no. I want to know if your no means no, they do not, or no, that is not what you're saying.
They offer an education plus probably other sweeteners.
So, and something is wrong with that?
Technically no, because if
So
a parent
why
needs
would you
a
refer
house
to them as
fixed up,
mafia then?
hold on,
Why would you refer to them as mafia?
no, hold on. Let me just make a particular. Is Unseen still there?
No, Unseen had to go.
Okay. Well, let me just say this, right? Because I was going to ask to back up this part here. When you have a youngster moving from a traditional school to a non-traditional, no, right? Because of inducements, that's when I'm not for that. And then sometimes that youngster moves about, and then it's just lost in the system.
No, but leader,
that one is wrong.
Leader, but when a player is at a school, a traditional school, he may not have the educational acumen to do well in a traditional school because maybe the standards are high and maybe for other reasons. So he may want to move to a non-traditional school where more time will be placed on him. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be in a worse educational situation, because that is sounding like the best educated people normally come through traditional school means only, which is not the case.
That's not it. That's true. It's not always. But
all right. But let me just say
the football program, however, at the traditionals are normally way better when you look at the quality of what is offered.
Therefore, when a player is leaving a traditional school to a non-traditional school, seeing that they have a better program means it could be because they see better educational opportunity there. Because but what I'm saying, leader, if if it were for the football, and you are admitting that the traditional schools have the better footballing programs, and a youngster and his family decide, okay, I'm going to move you from a better footballing environment to an environment that is worse or not as good, could it be that they're moving not for footballing reason, but for better educational reason?
No, it's for sweeteners.
Well, you'd have to prove that, but.
No, they are. You and I know of one particular case we spoke about the other night.
Me and you spoke about it.
Yes, you and I.
No, sir.
Yes, we did. Not on the air.
Huh?
A youngster that was in the last Jamaica under 17.
And he moved he moved from a traditional school.
He moved from a traditional to a non-traditional. To an academy, and then when things went wrong, he tried to move back to the traditional, and he was left.
Leader, do not mislead the people. Do not mislead.
We did.
Leader.
I can't call a youngster's name.
I'm not going to call him.
You're getting old, and if you don't remember the conversation.
The schools that are involved are, I think, Charlie Mount Pleasant, Dintil. Which one of those schools are a traditional school?
Dintil.
Dintil is a traditional school?
Yes.
Really?
In football, it is. Dintil has a tradition. Yes, it is. In the rural setting, it is.
Oh, you see how it is. Here's the thing, no, leader.
You have youngsters leaving from Kingston. It is seen as that.
Leader, here's what you're doing. You see, when I think about traditional high schools in Jamaica, let me tell you why. I think about your Monroe, your Cornwall College, your Mannings, your Woolmers, your JC, your KC, your St. George's, your Arden. When I think about
rural.
Then I just call Mannings and Cornwall.
Yeah, but that's just a couple. But you have to look in that area where Dintil is. So, apart from Clarendon College, who else are you going to call from there and Glenmuir?
As a what? As a tradition. So you say
yes.
Okay. So when you're
Clarendon, Glenmuir, then who?
So hold on. So when you're saying that players move, when I say players move, right, from traditional schools, what you need to say is that traditional football in school, because we were talking about education.
Okay.
Now you have changed the conversation from education to traditional football school. But let me just say what Coach Minzy has said, which I think is a very important point. He says, Mannings, leader doesn't offer no education at school. All schools offer education. So to say...
All schools do.
Yeah. So to use education as a means of enticement don't make sense. So people are saying that Dintil isn't a traditional high school. Cornwall College is. Clarendon College, Glenmuir, even Manchester High School. Those are the traditional high school.
I just gave you a region, and you can't tell me outside of Glenmuir and Clarendon.
St. Diego. Traditional. St. Diego.
St. Diego is in the Manning Cup, sir.
But
the Manning Cup zone. I'm saying the Dacaster Cup zone in that region now. We're not going into the Manning Cup. I said Dacaster Cup within that area.
Leader, traditional high schools in Jamaica are what you would call the original high schools, not the technical. A lot of them are the original high schools. Not the schools that kind of change, because technical schools were never viewed for the most part as traditional.
Like Kingston Technical and St. Andrew Technical?
They are not traditional high schools. They are not traditional. You can call them football.
Kingston Technical has... I won't even go there now. You're killing your topic. You're killing yourself now.
Tell me about Kingston Technical. Tell me. Kingston Technical is not a traditional high school.
Kingston Technical has given several of Jamaica's notable politicians, leaders. No, man, come on, man. You're like, well, let us lose this argument.
Leader. Where leader come from?
Let's not go there.
Leader.
What is Kingston Technical, sir?
Leader. As a man who went to Calabar, you're not sounding very Calabarish right now. You're sounding very Calabash-ish right now. Not Calabarish. Kingston Technical is not one of the traditional high schools, leader. Come on, man. Arden High School. Jamaica College. Woolmans,
Is a
boys.
much younger school. It's a much younger school.
Lord have mercy.
But it has.
Leader, just somebody have to call in and talk to leader. Cause leader, me can't manage. Me can't.
Traditional schools have normally been viewed as the schools, the original schools that have been around from, well, I won't want to give a particular date.
All right, let me give you some of them. I'm giving you some of them again. Mannings, Woolmans, your Cornwall College. I'm giving you some of them. William Nib. I'm giving you them in a leader, but you're not listening. The KC, the JC, the Woolmans, the Arden, the St. Diego. These schools, because they were the original high schools that when kids used to pass, they used to go into those schools. Some of these other schools were for kids who didn't really pass exams. They would go into those schools because they offer technical. Now, if you want to say to me now, leader, all right, no, because of sports, when you talk about some of the powerhouses in, watch this, in football, you can add some of these, Titchfield, St. Mary, those are traditional schools. The St. Hilda's, the Westwood, those schools. What you can say to me is that sporting schools who have traditionally done well, sporting-wise, here they are. And in that you can say, but they are those schools you're calling Kingston Technical and Stats, they are not. Dunoon, they are not. They are not. Is Charlie Smith a traditional high school?
No.
Why?
No, sir.
Why?
Charlie Smith?
Yeah, why?
Charlie Smith was a former, okay, what would you have said? Secondary.
So
the schools that were, okay, let me tell you what the definition is, right? The traditional schools are looked on those, the ones that were former new secondary schools, those are the ones that people look on as not traditional. Okay? That's the exact thing that people have, how they class them.
All right. Before we go on, Omar Fowling, let me say this, right? Omar Fowling, the people who know me know one thing with management. I try to get people to do things, except I know you and you know me. We don't do no money thing where I do anything for you. So anytime, for all this time we have been doing stuff, Omar, understand this. We have done many projects with fans, and everything that we have done, the coach means in myself. I would go as far as even Ryan, the YouTubers, they have never been. I'll go to JD, all the people who probably and I don't get along. All of them. I've never heard one person say they sent money to help fans or to do something, and the persons on YouTube have not done it. I would say to you, keep your money and do what you want to do with it. Because the people are doing it is because they trust the people. And nobody needs to prove anything to you. But if you want somebody to do something for you, send it to them and ask them to give you proof. That's what I'm saying. But military Guna, everyone, every time we have needed to do something for the football, the people who have contributed, talk to Kyle. So here's the thing. It's very simple. You keep your money. Nobody, we don't keep it. Or send it to the person who will tell you what they do with it. That's it. But the people you see over here who do these things is because they trust the people who are here. And they have enough proof. And if like they say, if Ryan is your friend, go and ask him. Ask him if he has any reason to believe that anyone on YouTube is taking people money and doing other things with it than they have said. So why would, but don't ask questions like that. So if you want to do it, I suggest to you, because you can actually do it from where you are. So come on, that's all I'm saying. But don't bring up those things unnecessarily, my friend. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. See, Pesa telling you for the Trinidad game, ask him. When we bought the ticket for the Trinidad game, I just bought them and sent them to Pesa. I don't even know Pesa to be at the gate, giving them away. Ask Unseen. How much times you give him ticket and him outside the stadium? Ask Cataract outside the stadium, giving out because the people on YouTube don't come to the game. Ask Balakar them. Them don't come to the game. Teddy Lee, where that? You understand me? But big up yourself. Because like Jason say, you love. Yeah, the man said don't get in. Why them people have this little crazy thing but don't get in feelings? Come on, quiet your little self, man. Hey, one thing with a lot of you people, you know. When you talk, nobody can say nothing to you because they open their feelings. Bro, we don't have no feelings on those things. Understand me? Leader.
One thing, hold on, man, I'm going to retract something. I'm retracting something.
But then, I've been telling you, yeah,
is actually a non-traditional, so I'm going to retract that.
So, but leader, I'm going to tell you a long time, and KT is
it's one of the top performing non-traditional, though.
So somebody needed to tell you that, leader. Weren't we all telling you that? We were telling you that.
I have admitted that I'm wrong.
No, somebody else had to come and tell you. Somebody just sent you a text message.
No. I am doing my investigation on a computer as I speak. I don't take what people tell me. I do my own research.
Is Kingston technical or traditional? Why are you doing your research?
No. Look here.
Retract that as well, man.
Boy. Anyway,
leader, retract that before you do the research, please.
Okay, man, we're going off tangent, you know. We're going off tangent big time, so I don't really want to do that. Okay?
Okay, boss. Okay,
it's the oldest technical school in Jamaica, you understand? It was established in 1896. So, I don't know. It just gives an alternate, educational direction to the traditional academic program. That's the only difference. But it's the oldest technical school, and it's been around. But I suppose it.
Yeah. So what I'll say though, leader, is that you have to be very careful because I believe what you do, is no different from what some of the other schools do, or the other persons do.
To an extent.
Right. So
that's basically.
Yeah. So I think for you to say that they are mafias is also a poor description or a bad description of the people, because like I said, for the most part, they are doing the same thing that you are doing. Because when you go to tell a parent something about your child, you are basically trying to entice them to join a particular program, and you have to make certain promises. What you can say to me is that when you make these promises, you fulfill them. Others don't. So you keep your promises.
For me, I don't like when people use, monetary inducements to help to swing something too much to one way. It's sometimes the youngster eventually regrets that move, and then they get caught. They literally get caught, like the youngster we were speaking about. It happens, and then they basically lose. By the way, one other thing, Manning, I've always said this, you keep saying that these boys can play Premier League and so on. Do you realize it's not every Premier League club gives them a chance to play? So these youngsters will be there and they can't play.
The players that I have called, let me give you the names. Omarion Henry has played in the Premier League. Malachi Sterling has played in the Premier League. Malachi Douglas has played in the Premier League. Ronaldo Barrett has played in the Premier League. Hutchinson at Dintil has played in the Premier League. Gowie.
Hold on. Yes. Go on.
Yeah, Hutchinson kept for Arnett Gardens.
Yeah, I remember. He's still keeping?
He's still at Dintil. He's a keeper at Dintil.
Yeah, I just remember. I realized that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Gowie was in number 10 for Dunby Holden and started. All right. So there are some names. These are not players who are
some of those you call, Mannings, are players that are almost 19 years old.
But
going to 20 next year.
But isn't that what we're saying?
But the younger ones, hold on now. The difference is you call some guys that are just 16 turning 17 and you lump them in with guys almost 3 years older than them. that's unfair.
But what is not fair? Because conversation...
You can't compare, hold on. You can't compare Malachi Douglas to Ronaldo Barrett. Okay? Has Ronaldo Barrett ever played Manning Cup or Da Costa Cup anywhere, sir?
Has Ronaldo Manning Cup or Da Costa Cup anywhere? Isn't Ronaldo...
Anywhere, at any time.
But that's
no, apart from now this year, has he ever played?
Isn't that the point I'm making?
No, but at 16, going 17, and you're comparing them to youngsters that have 2-3 years older?
No, listen what I am saying to you.
Those are the ones that need to stop.
No, leader.
I know.
This is not an age matter for me. This is it's an ability and talent matter. I personally believe that two of the best youngsters we have right now in their position at their age is Adrian Reed and Ronaldo Barrett. I watched let me finish now, man.
Yeah, go on.
I watched these youngsters at the under 17. I am saying to you, for the expediting of their football development, I believe it would have been in their best interest to dedicate their time to professional football in hopes of moving early to Europe while they continue their formal education in the high school system.
Okay.
Hold on, because I do not believe that these two players playing in the high school footballing competition is going to improve them, because they have already proven to be a cut above the rest.
Okay.
That is my point.
Do you play cricket, sir?
For fun.
Okay, I'm going to clean bowl your middle stump now. Okay. Do you know of a youngster? Okay. Adrian Reed and Ronaldo Barrett, right? They both were in the Jamaica under 17 pool, correct?
But leader, hold on.
Let me just go through that point. I know. Yes. So hold on, let's start it. Do you know that Adrian Reed had to take up a position in there because there was a certain centre half from Manning that had gone injured that was looked on as far better in that position? I think the team was almost built around him in that position. Hold on, right? That youngster is, I'm sure you know who I'm speaking about. Is he playing at Mount Pleasant or Montego Bay United, getting ready, that sort of thing? Is he? I just wanted to know, because he at that time was far ahead of those.
Listen, I can call his name. You're speaking of Javin Williams. I believe that Javin Williams should not be playing schoolboy football.
Oh.
That's my belief. I don't think he should be.
But this gentleman is right in your backyard. I'm sure you have a lot of influence right there.
But what I'm saying, that my position does not change because he's playing for Mannings. My position does not play. I believe let me finish. I believe he has the potential of Ronaldo Barrett and Adrian Reed. They are three of our better youngsters. And my opinion, leader, is that they are above the schoolboy level right now. And for me, while they are going to have fun playing it, I don't think in terms of their footballing development, a lot of value is being added. Their parents think otherwise. And that's fine. But I would not. That's all I'm saying. Because it's not an age. Not because Malachi Douglas is 19. You are going to... Listen, I rate Ronaldo Barrett. Hold on. I rate Ronaldo Barrett as a number 6 more than I rate Malachi Douglas. That's me. So I think, let me tell you again, I've said this before. I believe if he plays consistently for Cavaliers, move overseas, I see this as a possible replacement in our national team. And Adrian Reed, 17 and 18-year-old, they can be a part of the campaign. Playing school.
Adrian just turned 17. You have to make people know these things.
Leader, you keep circumventing. The point I'm making to you, leader, is that I see these youngsters as part of the World Cup campaign based on their talent level. If they are in Europe being exposed to higher level competition, they could be a part. leader, that's my finish now. They could be a part of the campaign. So I am saying, because I have such high expectation, I cannot see the benefit of them playing schoolboy football.
But we have already almost gone through the legal process. It's not legally possible unless certain other circumstances are done. It's impossible for them before they turn 18 for them to go. Because let's look at Whisper. Whisper is still here. Why is he not in England? I saw some disturbing things on the internet the other day that I think his handler should try to take it down.
Hey, no matter with listen. You see it, I know you're gone pan one completely different thing.
I'm just saying, hold on.
So what you
sometimes
leader.
These youngsters,
leader. Just leave that alone, man.
And I didn't say what, you know.
Lead, you know. All right. We have Mr. Hold on. We have the winning coach. We have the winning coach. You know a footballer by the name of Yamal, just turned 17. You know that name? Yamal, Yamal leader. You know that name?
No.
He's a Barcelona star, right? Imagine now him come play for JC next season.
Oh, no, I thought you're talking about in Jamaica here. Okay.
Imagine now him parents Jamaican and them ask him to come play for JC. That would be mad. But we have the champion coach that unseen went to his training session and got some tips. You understand me? So good were the tips that lightning strike and thunder roll over by Charlie Mount as unseen applied somebody the speed magic against Dintel. Mr. Ruler Speed, welcome to the show, sir. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Leader, how are you?
Not too bad, Mr. Speed, but so I'm seeing, since you have the star guest now, I will be making my exit off the stage then. By the way, quick, Mr. Mannings, before I leave, I just want to ask Mr. Speed something because he hasn't replied to something I said. Mr. Speed, yesterday there was a pass from the number 11 to the number 9 to the number 17. I just want your opinion. Which one had the most weight?
All of them was world class, but if you ask me which one had the most weight, was the final strike. It went in the goal, and the second one would have been the assist. And then you have to talk about
everybody.
Then you still have to talk about the assist for the assist. That was a classic.
No.
That was classic. But I mean, you still have to
number
talk about
11
the last two with the accuracy that both Hamilton and Trippi did to score that goal was something else. The keeper had no chance, like no chance, not even little and none, no chance based on that play. But yeah, Christopher Indred started with Gadal Irving. All of those were world class passes. Anybody would be proud, even Messi, at any one of those passes.
Anyway, I think you're wrong this time, sir, but everybody else is saying that the number 11, if it was anybody else in any other country doing that one. Anyway.
Where don't call the name of the player? His name is Christopher Ainsworth. Say yeah.
No, but no, you see, the most important statistics in a game is goals, So you can't, you see, it's difficult for you ever say anything better than a goal.
Because
exactly. And then the second most important statistics is the assist.
Not only that, because if Hamilton did not take the pass, then would the pass still be rated as that good if he didn't get it, if he didn't control it, and if there was no goal from it?
No, but Christopher Ainsworth is quality. Nobody can tell me nothing about it. I mean, he's the wonder kid. Nobody can tell me nothing about him. Him playing from his 15, win Premier League already, come second, come third. I mean, that's a hard record to beat. And him score goals, frequently enough. So he's good.
Anyway, I'm going to send an analysis by a top Manning and winning coach and the weight of that first pass there. Anyway, I'll talk to you, Manning. Exodus. Bye-bye.
All right, leader. So, Mr. Speed, talk to us and give us where Cavaliers sits now, and in terms of the group and the zone, and yeah.
Well, we are the only team that has played 3 matches so far in the competition, because remember, there's always going to be a week when you have to sit out.
Yeah.
So we are actually leading our zone with 7 points with a healthy goal difference of +4. But Defense Force is second with 4 points. Mocha is third with 3. But because all the competition is not an even group, you have to really rate the teams on how much points they lost. So we have lost 2. JDF has lost 2. Mocha has lost 3. The AC Trinidad has lost 6. So their work is cut out for them. And Golden Boy would have lost just 3 points. They have only played 1 match. So it is interesting the rest of this week. We'll start to see more patterns developing up. And then next week, Cavaliers sit out and then play in the final week. So that is where it is now. So I think we put 1 foot in the semi-final, but we need to take over the other foot.
Okay, so you have 1 game left, right? In the group, or 2?
1 game left in the group, yeah.
1 game, okay. And it could be that you need a point from that game to go through. Is that game a home game or an away game?
No, it's away. We're going to Martinique. Very difficult trip. I mean, we have to take a plane to Trinidad, stay overnight, take another flight to St. Lucia. Then we take the boat, go to Martinique for 4 hours. So it's a difficult trip. Very difficult trip, that one gonna be.
Okay. And the team that you're playing, where are they in terms of points?
They are at the bottom, but they have only played 1 game. They lost to Defense Force. So it is possible that it is possible that you're not sure what is gonna happen. But being where we are is good. We have 1 or 2 home game. Draw in the game that we played away. So another draw should take us home, even second, because first and second go through, because they all have to play each other now. AC Port of Spain is the only one who can catch us at this point in time, because they can only finish on 6 points. They have lost 2 games. So as the rest of the week plays out itself, we will know.
So you probably want Port of Spain to win 2 of their games, which would put you. If they win 2 of their games, they would be stuck on 6, but at least 2 other teams would have dropped some more points.
Correct. So that would be good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We have Sports on the Middle Tigat was joined, but Brian said that he was calling you all day yesterday to get tickets for the game, and he could not get any tickets for the game.
Tickets is sold at the game.
I don't think he wanted to buy.
All you had to do was come.
Okay, you hear that, sir? The man say you needed to attend the game. So you didn't attend the game, you don't stand a chance. Welcome to the program. I'm Tigat from Sports Down the Middle. Yeah, man, what say you?
Yes, good day, Mr. Speed. Omar, big up yourself. Big up everybody in the chat. My question is this. The National Stadium versus Sabina Park. Yesterday I was watching. I didn't watch much, but I see the clips of Mr. Speed game. Good win, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sabina Park looks so immaculate. Why can't we transfer the national team to play on Sabina?
First of all, Sabina Park is owned by private persons, owned by private entities. So, and the truth is, this stadium is probably overused, so it wasn't in the best condition. So, but like for Sabina Park, because there's less activity there, like we were able to tell the owners, listen, don't cut the field, let it grow for like a week and a half. And that is why we were able to get that type of surface and that type of conditioning. So most time, when you get these quality, it's because of rest and proper treatment. And then the rains fell, which helped a lot.
But I also, but to be fair though, I think like there was some uneven bounce. Every time the ball went into the middle, like it had a way of going over the player's head, especially right at the edge of the pitch.
Oh yeah, the pitch is hard. The pitch is, and no matter we try to soften it, it's still kind of going to retain some of that hardness because the nature of the pitch. I mean, we would to get out that the pitch hard bounce, we probably would have needed another 2 weeks to get out that hard bounce, but we just didn't have that time.
Okay.
So could the national team play on Sabina the next match? Because I'm telling you, when I see the pitch, I couldn't believe that pitch is in Jamaica. Are Sabina looking so good? I couldn't believe it. It looked really, really good, green and pretty.
It is good, but as I say, if another 2 weeks and it would have been perfect, the pitch would have been non-existent with another 2 weeks. But Sabina is a very good venue, actually, it's wide It's spacious. I think the field is probably bigger than the stadium. But again, the stadium is a football venue. It is better in a lot of respect as a football venue. I mean, all the facilities are there. You don't have to improvise on anything. So that is really the difference in both. Because Sabina don't even like have a dugout. You have to carry it good here. So there's a lot of things that are different from a football venue to a cricket venue. So but we need to get the stadium up like that.
Yeah, but there are other factors as well that affect Sabina Park. I think in terms of security, parking, in terms of just how many persons they can hold. I think it's not ideal for big football games.
Like Sabina holds 13,000 while the stadium holds 35,000. There's a whole heap of difference why you'd prefer to play in the stadium every time, unless it's not gonna be a big match, or or the stadium not available. It's always better to play in the stadium all the time.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that clarification. All right.
Because of the other facilities that is there, concession, bathrooms, abundance, it always is better.
Eagle Republic says that trip to Martinique sounds like around the world in 80 days. I do hope everything work out well. Brian says, Mr. Speed, the Jamaica Scorpions train at Sabina Park, also to Kingston Cricket Club. That's their home venue. I think the better answer comes down to maintenance. All right?
I did some maintenance in a roundabout where I said we needed more time to get out the pitch.
Yeah.
That's a part of maintenance. But good observation.
Yeah. So T-Gat, did you watch the game last night? It was on ESPN. How big was that to have a Jamaican team, a Jamaican player scoring a hat-trick on the international channel ESPN? I would say,
I didn't get to watch. I didn't watch the game.
Good goals as well.
Yes, it was. I didn't get to watch the game, but I watched highlights. You understand? It was 3 really beautiful goal, 3 wonderful. That Achik was really, really good. Speed get a little bit easy to team to beat up. You understand? I can't believe that team was leading 1-0.
Which
beat
team?
up the team. So the team that they play, the team that Steve play.
They didn't score any goal, man. I wrong game I watch, man.
They wasn't coming in with a 1-0. I think they were coming in with a 1. I thought they were coming. My apologies.
No,
I thought they were leading the contest.
First game 1-0 against AC Port of Spain, but they didn't.
Okay. But it was a fairly. Your team looked more superior than them. It was really good. As I said, I was just surprised at the pitch. You understand? It really looked really beautiful. You understand? But you guys really play some lovely football. Congratulations. And I hope you guys go far.
One thing with Jamaican fans, boy, I'm telling you, the people really, we don't support football, Sabina Park was basically empty, right?
Basically empty.
Yes, that was the downfall. Yeah, it was really empty. It was really, really empty.
We can pay the people more work.
Yeah, it was really empty. That was
Everybody have their opinion, but I wish they would support more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That we don't support the football, man. We have to for the amount of us that criticize, rightly so, we have to do better. But a very important thing I want to get the input on, Mr. Speed, is again, people. Let me tell you, we have tickets to give away. So we have 2 bleachers tickets, and we're gonna give away 2 grandstand tickets. All right, we're gonna give away 2 bleachers, 2 grandstand. Right, so call in, and then we'll tomorrow we'll do some more. All right, and Dre Anyweather, if you go over by Dre Anyweather, he's going to be giving away tickets as well, because that's how we do this. So if you want tickets, you call in, I'll ask you some questions. Mr. Speed, is there any policy with the Jamaica Football Federation when it comes on to lightning and those things, given what we would have seen in the news out at Charlie Mount yesterday?
Look, remember, on the match day is the referee in charge of the game once the game blow on, right? There's nobody else in charge of it. So it's the referee is the one who has to make those calls. Of course, the match commissioner has some power too, and the fourth official, and they could also confer and suggest to the referee say you should take the people off the pitch. So there's protocol about lightning. There's established protocol. So,
there's an established book from the Jamaica Football Federation that
I don't
everybody.
know. I don't think it's Jamaica football. I think it's from FIFA. I don't think it's from, and we'll probably just use the same. There's established protocols about.
Because I've never actually. The reason why I said that is because I've never seen or heard of it in any competition that I've participated in. Because I've played in Lightning and Thunder before.
No. But the referee is not supposed to endanger people's life. Once that starts, they're supposed to take them off the field. Remember, if the field is not safe, there's regulation that talks to the referee about if the field is not safe. If the environment is not safe, it could be wind that is there blowing things. It could be, whatever it is that makes the field unsafe for the players. The referee has the power to stop the game, take them off. Look, remember, if you chant racism, chant something, the referee can stop the game. So that is how much power the referee have. If you throw a banana upon the field, the referee can stop the game. For any reason, the referee can stop the game. That you think it is whatever is happening is fit. So if there's disturbance in the stand, you can stop the game. So if the temperature is humid and too hot, the referee can stop the game. So he has the power to stop the game. So it is the referee should be the one that decide that the field is not safe for play and stop the game. That is in FIFA rules and regulation.
Okay, that is FIFA. Okay, all right. Brian was saying because somebody was asking about the match commissionery, but he's saying that there's no match commissionery for schoolboy game.
I don't know if there is, but unless you're going to playoffs. But I'm just saying that it don't matter. The referee is there; he's in charge.
Okay, but could the JFF consider though putting in a policy that a mandate governing that from all levels of football that where there's a threat of lightning and thunder, as a policy, the game should be delayed until the threat has passed or something like that.
Lightning and thunder, any threat, and that is already in training football rules. Any threat.
Okay.
The referee can stop the game. So it must be the referee who say I'm not doing it.
Okay. All right, tell us a little bit about your player now. Shanil scored a hat-trick. I mean, he did well in the first game. I mean, he has had, since high school, he has had some injuries. He was out for a little bit. He has been back for a couple of seasons now, looking very good. Talk to us a little bit about him.
Well, yeah, I don't think Shanil was really focused too much. I mean, he was always a highly skillful, talented, one of the best talented player in Jamaica. But I think he got in, the first year when he played for us, he was about 16 and he scored 2 or 3 goals and he got injured. I remember him scoring a goal against Mount Pleasant down there when he was about 17. But then 2021, he was a star. He spearheaded our attack and we won the cup. Remember, he scored about 4 or 5 goals in that season. He was a leading goal scorer. Last year, he didn't do so well, plagued with injuries. And then he's back, especially now that he's the senior attacker, one of the senior attacker. He has taken up the responsibilities. But from this season, that is a different player. Never late, never absent for training, train hard. And from this competition, even our practice game that we play on this competition, he was like the top attacker in our team. Scored against Defense Force via penalty, but he was the one that they brought down. And then he played exceptionally well again in the second game. And the third game, he got his due with a hat-trick. So remember, we were talking yesterday, and somebody was saying, why we didn't go for the
trade.
And I was explaining why. So you see why now.
All right. Not that, that being said, I think the Trinities would have still added value to the team, though.
No, I never said they were not good, but I'm saying that one of our thing that we don't carry a big squad because we want everybody in the squad to play. So we try not to carry a big squad because once everybody not playing, there's always some people making up them face, and your team building effort just go wrong. So once we find ourselves with the attackers that we want to play, and we have probably 2 more, we find we'll be having like 7, 8 attackers and we have some coming from school. So those players would probably want to leave the club, some young players. So we just thought that we should keep what we have and didn't go for anymore unless we see someone that is really exceptional, then we'll go for them.
Okay. What about? I mean, you have lost some players. I mean, you have gained some the players that are not at Cavaliers. I know the commentators mentioned Colin Anderson. How are they doing? Ronaldo, Webster, Dwayne Atkinson.
Colin Anderson is injured at the moment. He scored a goal in his first game, but he has been injured since and struggling. Webster is doing exceptional. He scored in one of the games, but I mean he's more of a midfielder than a forward, so he has scored. And he's one of the club favorite players now. Webster doing exceptional well. Atkinson started the night. He was injured and he came, started, scored a goal. He hasn't played. I think he played over the weekend, but I'm not sure what happened. King though is like a sure pick in the team that he plays, so he's probably their best player. And King has scored twice in the last 2 games. His team is fighting relegation, so King is really in top form, playing very well on both ends. So he's doing very well. So those are the 4 players that we have out on loan. Of course, Campbell is sold. So he's overseas and he's also playing on the
Okay. All right. Quick thing. All right. I mean, welcome everyone again to the chat. As a Chris Wayne saying, as a 15-year-old at the time, Chanel was the best under 27 player, not just in Manning Cup but in Jamaica. All right. He said at 15. All right. And somebody said Atkinson has been Eagle Republic. He's saying that Atkinson has been in and out of the IBV lineup.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Injuries. There was a work permit issue one at a time, so there's a couple of problems at this start.
Yeah.
But he's still there, and they have 4 more games to play for the season. So I hope that
they were trying to stave off relegation. How are they doing now?
I'm not sure now. I know that they were second to last.
Okay.
And 2 teams go down. So I can just check. I think they play over the weekend, but it's gonna be a dogfight to the end.
Yeah. Well, I said that. Respect Orlando Nicholson. So how Orlando Nicholson? I see it's something that you don't want. You don't want my money. How be I? What are you talking about? And then I see it's something that Kingston Technical is Dintil is more traditional than Charlie Smith. Then you say Kingston Technical around long time farm. I don't. What are you talking about? We were discussing with leader. Let me help you again. We were discussing with leader who are the traditional high schools in Jamaica, and we are telling leader that. So I don't know where you joined the conversation, what you heard, but maybe you have not been listening. I gave him a list of some of the traditional high schools, and we said that Dintil is not one of the traditional high schools. Kingston Technical is not one of the traditional high schools. They are not. What he can say is that they have been, some of the more traditional sporting and football in school. How that have to do with not wanting my money and who is more traditional than who? What?
So management, they are still second. They are still second to last in the standing, but they have 4 games to go.
Okay.
They drew the 3rd match in a row.
They are still second to last.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 matches to go. So they are in a dogfight as we speak.
Okay. All right. I hope for the players' sake that they actually stay up in that league. A lot of persons as well, Mr. Speed, have been questioning the late start of the JPL. I think the footballing fans were buzzing for a September start with all the other leagues across Europe kind of in the same timing. But our league is set to start in the latter part of October. Is there any particular reasons that you can give as to why the league would be starting not in September, but to the latter end of October?
Well, it's 2 reasons. One, we change the structure, and so it's just 2 rounds as against it used to be 3. It's still 14 teams, so we play 26 games.
Yes.
Before that, we used to play like 33 games. So there's less games to be played. in the JPL now. The other reason is that you need like 3 months to kind of prepare for the next season. You need a break, and then you need to talk to suppliers, sponsors, before. So roughly 3 months in between is probably okay.
Yeah, it's a very lengthy delay because because the window closes and all of that on teams. I think that's something you need to look at. I could understand if you were saying that we start later because we have less game, but we end with the other leagues across the world. Because we end up ending at the same time. I could understand that. You want to.
No, we don't. We're not ending. We're not ending. We're ending like early June this time.
Yeah, which is about around the time when because May, I think the back end of May is when most of the leagues across Europe end. So
the leagues across Europe is supposed to end by the 30th of June. They don't tell you when, but you're supposed to end by the 30th of June. But remember, say for the last 2 years, we kind of started a little late. The last season in July, June. So I don't know. Look, put it this way: once we finish before the end of June, we're good. We only playing 26 rounds and plus the knockout, so it will carry us up to middle of June, and that's fine because you still get to play 6, 7, 8 months football. The ideal thing would have been 9, and I agree with you, but 8 months is not too bad because again we do have enough money to support the couple extra months, because as you can see, people just don't come to football matches. The other thing is that what we notice also during the schoolboy period, the numbers are down. It's after the schoolboy thing finished, then the numbers start to tick up. So again, those are some of the reasons why.
Okay. Brian says the transfer window closed September 9th. That's keeping with the transfer period outlined by FIFA.
Well, it's not really FIFA, it's we ask for it. We ask for we apply for the transfer window and FIFA approve. So what happens? Usually apply for the transfer window before somewhere. You have to have before the season start, and you estimate that halfway in your season, the other transfer window will close by halfway in your season. So that is how the transfer windows are chosen, basically.
Okay. All right. Sound. I mean, make some sense. All right. Listen again, congratulations, because I remember I was saying earlier that I remember when Cavaliers went to Dominic and played those teams along with Waterhouse. When was that? A couple seasons ago?
No, last year, May.
Last year, oh my God! And when they were defeated, people mocked Waterhouse, mocked Cavaliers, mock Jamaica football, mock the JPL. So I'm happy to see that the teams, Harborview doing well, Don't Beholden doing well, and Cavaliers doing well. Because, I like I said earlier, those who criticize should now come out publicly and also commend the teams for doing well. Because that's how,
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, because I personally believe that sometimes though, the failures are what people are glad to see, so that they can say, I got your moment. Yeah, you see what I mean? I tell you, it's always to prove this is why they failed instead of commending where there is good success with the football. So I want to personally and publicly commend the young Cavaliers team for what they have done. Undefeated. And that is good. Also, the whole professionalism in terms of how the whole thing is done, and the organizing the press conferences, which is done by the club itself, is also a big deal. And people don't see the background work sometimes that takes place when Harborview plays their game, and Don't Beholden and all of the people who come together to make it work. That is commendable, and want to encourage you and the people out there at Cavaliers to keep up that good work. Anything you want to say about the
Yeah. One of the things that we just have to talk about is the availability of proper facilities. So for us to keep an international game, it costs a lot of money because we actually have to rent everything, and even the cutting of the grass in a particular pattern It's only one equipment you have in Jamaica, so you have to carry that equipment to the field to get the grass cut in that particular part, in the pattern that it was cutting. So I mean, we still don't have enough looks. That's in name of the quality of the lights to play international football. We still have some shadows if you look at the pitch. The national stadium having the same issues, and some of the time you want to have venues who could host us 10,000 persons, but you could have the required facilities, so you could it would be cheaper to facilitate. So one of these games you talk about $3 million just to put on a game like of international standard.
US or Jamaican?
Jamaica. 3 million, it could cost a 4 million too to put on a game like this. And that is because you have to rent so many things and carry so many things to the facility. So it's very difficult to host an international game, as some people don't understand. So we need better. And I don't want to make it sound like it's politics, guys. It's not. But successive government need to decide that Jamaica is a sports nation, sports and entertainment nation, and build the required facilities that we need to go forward with the sport. It's really a shame. People we soon reach a stage where people say they're not playing an international game here because we don't register it. It's 1,300 looks. I mean, you should supposed to have for international senior team game. We don't have anywhere that have 1,000. And for club game, it should be 1,000. We struggle. So this is where we are.
I didn't hear that. 13,000 what?
No, 1,300. Sorry, for our international game.
That's for the lighting.
Yeah, for lighting, and club should be 1,000.
Yeah, and I think the national stadium is short on that. I thought they were going to start some upgrade.
Short on the 1,000.
Yeah, at the national stadium.
Yeah. So the truth is, and then don't even talk about mobile. So we really, while when you go to places like Dominican Republic where people think about their team, even the club have a venue for themselves that have lights and synthetic pitches. So when you see a Jamaican team doing well, we're punching above our weight, much higher than our weight, based on the resources and the facilities that we have. Because we basically don't have nothing really.
Okay. All right. True. Big up Solji who just joined the chat. Sure improvement. We're going to, without you answering a question, we're going to get you a grandstand ticket. All right. But for the other persons, you have to call in, answer a question. We can get a grandstand ticket. We can get a bleachers ticket to go and support our Reggae Girls. For all the persons who are asking about tickets being sold at the venue, the ticket offices will be open 3 hours before the game. The game is at 7. So if you get to the National Stadium at 4 on Friday, you can actually purchase your ticket to support the Reggae Girls. I want all of you to go out and support the Reggae Girls. Don't just be a YouTube fan. Get inside the National Stadium. Get inside the National Stadium. You understand me? And if you need a ticket, reach out to some of the vloggers. I know some of them can reach out to their fan bases and get your tickets if you can't afford to. If you can, listen, if you used to go to a primary school or a high school, get some tickets. Although schoolgirl footballers will be allowed free, the national netball team, the national volleyball team, past players will be allowed free. Talk to the person who lead your community youth club. You understand me? See if they want to go. Get them some tickets. Let's pack the National Stadium and support our Reggae Girls. You understand me? Let's support our Reggae Girls. This Friday, give them all the support that we can. All right, as we continue to encourage our leadership, right across Jamaica in sport. Let us at least by the end of this year start work to upgrade one of the facilities. That's it. The stadium itself is in terrible condition. Not just the surface, not just the lighting, but just the stadium itself, the building, the bathroom, the shops and all of these things, the spaces that are there. It's a very old stadium. And so we understand that we're strapped for cash, and the health sector need money, and the educational sector need money, and the security forces need money. But we cannot ignore the investment that our athletes, male and female, has made. And so why can't we just spend just probably this year spend a good 50 million on one of the or two of the places in there? The stadium need to paint. Can't we get one of the major paint companies to sponsor the paint? You understand me? So let's do that. All right, guard banner. Persons overseas, we are going to find out, and we will let you know how to see the game. It probably be on one of those CONCACAF networks. There normally are. So on Friday you can. You understand me? So let's KC leading Camper down by 1-0. 4 minutes into that game right there. So we have tickets, people. So if you want to win a ticket, call in, man, and answer questions, and we will give you 2 bleachers ticket. We also have grandstand ticket, courtesy of my friend Rajic Sharp. Bless up yourself. You understand me? I'm donating some tickets. I know so Soldier as well. Soldier has some people that he's going to speak to. He's buying like 10 grandstand ticket to give to persons to go to the game. You understand? We do these things because Soldier know it. We know the people that we understand. We're on the ground. You understand? So let's support the girls. I want to I see Brian saying the government needs to direct the chase fund money to where it was intended for and stop splitting it up all over the place. But I'm wondering if there's a financial institution. Michael Biddle, yo, big up yourself, Philadelphia in the building. Bless up yourself. You know what I want to find out is this, right? If one of I'm wondering if one of the major companies would want to be the name of the national stadium. Like, it's called the Jamaica National Stadium, right? So can it be called, I don't know, like the I Am Sure Sports Jamaica National Stadium? And so,
yes, I think it can, but why would you want to go there instead of build a modern stadium somewhere else for football? Because all the modern stadium, you see how far the spectators are from the field, this national stadium. I mean, and then the way it is made, it just is one, we call it, you don't have different tiers, so you can carry the spectators back near to the field. It just one sloping tier go up. So even if they get away the cycle track, it's still gonna be just one tier go the level of. Let me get away the track itself. So that's not a football specific or
no. What I would do is make that stadium the track and field stadium and build a football stadium elsewhere. I don't see no stadium, no football on the outside, so that is a track and field stadium. Only track and field athlete on the outside. So let it stay a track and field stadium because none of the statues on the outside is a footballer. So obviously it's a track and field stadium. So let it stay.
And it is possible that somebody was saying that we'll get money if we can't fix that. No, it's probably easier to build one new one and fix that,
Listen, I don't understand this man. I just said call the stadium the I Am Sure Sports National Stadium. The man said we must leave the banks alone. The financial sector has been taking a beating. Like SSL in the recent beating.
Only 2 banks can build a stadium right now. And a NCB and BNS. Nobody, not a bank can build a stadium.
They beat the people, they were caught hard.
And that you mean? My make the man get fired,
What do I mean?
Yo, on behalf of Brian, may I say he might distance himself from that statement where management just made. Brian, may distance you from that statement. As a matter of fact, may I go further? I Am Sure Sports is distancing itself from that statement made by management about people beating people bank account hard. Right? It was
the charges. Hey, anyways, Mr. United, I don't know if this is a commendation. You understand me? You said that. Mr. Smith, I see you coaching the national team in the distant future.
But distant, that look like I want me old and can't even walk.
Very far from now. So I'm not sure what you mean by that. You understand me? And Ishmael is saying that, yeah, we'll probably turn it to a track stadium and move the cycle track over to Portmore. Yeah, man, put the cycle track close to Cayman.
First of all, the cycle track is no longer the size that is required by the Olympic size cycle track.
It's too big.
Yeah, it's too big. So because when I went to Trinidad and Cedar Velodrome, it's, as a matter of fact, cycling an indoor sport, you know.
Yep.
Not outdoor. So
anymore.
It have the use really. And for that type of a run is an indoor sport, and it's not as big as our track. So something wrong with it.
All right. So I need to say something, right? I want to encourage the persons who are engaged in the football, that whatever your desire is, whatever you seek to accomplish, operate in the best interest of the football. All right. Now, I understand we have T-Gat rejoining because we're going close. I want to
big question.
All right.
Sorry, I just jump on. Mr. Speed.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Speed. I was reading an article, I think it was yesterday, where Mr. Lord, he has not. The thing said his days is number. Headline said his days is number. I think it was
I'm not hearing you.
Huh?
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday, I think it was a day, you said that counting down his days is number. The national coach for the women's team, Mr. London, has been offered a contract.
T-Gat, your volume going up and down. I don't know what you're doing, but
hold on.
Yeah.
It's better now?
Yeah, go ahead now.
Okay. Speak.
You got that question. No, you're not listening.
All right, let's go now. You hear me now? It's better?
Maybe go ahead.
Okay. I was reading an article, and the article was talking about Mr. Lord Donaldson, about his contract not being renewed, and he said he has not have a call with the GFF. I don't know if you're still a part of the technical team. Can you elaborate why Mr. Donaldson hasn't got a contract, or is after this game is going to be no Mr. Donaldson for the women's team?
I am not the one who gives Mr. Donaldson a contract. You guys misinterpret what my role is. I recommend to the board and the generals and management what our preferences would be from the technical committee, and they are the ones who issue contracts, not us. So we usually give them different names and say, this is our number 1 pick, this is our number 2 pick, this is our number 3 pick. They are the ones who after interviewing the persons, they decide which one they want to pick. But we make it clear who we prefer.
So I don't know if I can ask you the question, or can you divulge? Are you guys interviewing another coach for the Reggae Girls?
I have not so far, but nothing is. I mean, we are getting what you call people sending applications left, right, and center almost every day, and we have a duty to look at them.
That's my opinion. Seeing that the coach done a marvelous job, why are we thinking to replace him? This is just my humble opinion.
Did I say that?
No. Because of application coming in left, right, and center. You understand?
We don't stop anybody. But we can't stop anybody from applying for jobs. People apply for Grimson job too.
No, but he's saying that he has not have a meeting with the GFF, nor no.
I don't know why he's even saying that in public. Because the last time I know the JFF.
No, well, you don't know that he said that, Mr. Speed.
Yeah,
because
you just said that. Yeah.
the article
I don't
that
know.
I
Maybe
read,
you're causing mischief. I don't know what that
the
situation
article,
is.
the article that I read did not say that. I don't know if there's a different article, but the article, so I'm trying to find the exact headline, but it didn't say what Tigat is saying.
You sure? Talk about yesterday. Look at yesterday.
Yeah, but the yesterday article did not say that. So you find what you have and read it. I think it is better, Tigat, if you actually read what it says.
Okay.
So we can be clear.
Yeah,
So
Tigat, I'm disappointed in you come here with misinformation.
Well, I'm not saying that it is misinformation, but I am saying that is not what I read. So Tigat, find the article and read the line from which you speak. I think that should be so we can have, we can be clear going ahead as to what, because you don't want to misrepresent Mr.
No,
London.
that is true. That is true. I don't want to,
especially if you are his representative.
I don't want to. I just wonder,
especially if you're representing him, you shouldn't.
No, I'm not representing him. I just, for somebody doing a good job, understand why hasn't he? I don't know. He said no contract. He said he has no meeting with the JFF, and no contract has been issued to him.
I know for a fact.
He said he's currently. He said he's currently out of a contract.
He's not out of a contract.
That's what he said. Management, you have the story?
I am telling you, I don't care what he said, or what you hear, or what you say. Okay. Currently, he's not out of a contract.
Okay. So Tigat, you see why I'm telling you that, you see, when you're doing these things, I'm going to help you, but you and I are in the same. There are people who will take what you're saying because they're going to create stuff. So what I would recommend to you is that when you're going to do these things now, you're going to quote somebody that we actually have
the evidence and facts.
We have this stuff to actually read what is actually said. You understand me? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I am going to find it and I'm going to read it, because my reading of what was said is a little bit different from what you are saying. So just find the story and then we can go further. All right. So here we go. Learn. Because I'm going to help you, because if you're right, then you're right. But if you're wrong, then you understand me?
Help him.
Yeah. Because I tell you, if you're going to find the article, you're not do it,
And then you don't want to lose your reputation, Tigat. Because when you ask me nothing again, no, I won't even bother answer you. Because if you're misrepresenting.
All right. So the article says he's on his last lap. It says national, and this is, you have to, so when you read the articles, you have to see what the newspaper person is writing and what is quoted as Lauren Donaldson saying. All right? So listen to the article. It says, National Senior Women's Team Coach Lauren Donaldson says his time as national team coach could be numbered, as he is presently out of contract and has had no discussion.
All right, see that? Pause it, sir.
Hold on, man.
No, pause this up.
Yeah.
So am I incorrect when you say he was out of a contract?
Yeah, no, he said that. He said he's out of a contract, right?
Okay.
So hold on, from the Jamaica, and he has no discussion had no discussion or invitation from the Jamaica Football Federation regarding a renewal. All right. According to Donaldson, who recently created history, right, with the country, let me just read. It says, people are asking. So this is the important part. So you read. So up at the first part is what the actual person took from what he said. Here is what he said. How long have I got? He says, I don't know. We could play these 2 matches and I am done. I don't have a contract. So after these 2 Canada matches, I will not really be coach of Jamaica, said Donaldson. So that is what he said, as quoted. The first part of the article were not his direct quotes, Tigat. And when you read it, you have to read it like that. This is what the person extrapolated from whatever conversation and said it. So, as journalists, our person who operating in the capacity of journalists, we have to be clear, right? On what we say that is being said and different. You understand me? Because it go right. It goes and said last September, Donaldson and staff signed 1-year extensions to their contract, which runs out at the end of the qualification tie. So, do you see that there's a contradiction? If he says he has no contract, he got, but it says it finishes at the end of the qualification tie, does he have a contract? In Tigat, where's Tigat? All right, Tigat is gone. So people, understand me. Listen to this part. It says, last September, we're right? He said a one-year contract, which runs out at the end of the qualification. So the original thing about him not having a contract cannot be right. If he is now saying that his contract runs out at the end of September, because we're not at the end of September, then he goes on and says, you think that and this is quote, you think that my contract will be renewed? He asked a question. I have not even looked at that, because if they wanted to renew something, most countries would have had a discussion a long time ago. He goes on, and this is his quote again. But this is Jamaica, and the way we do stuff here, we really do not take people into consideration. But they think that this is only Lauren Donaldson. And then it goes on. There's a lot of stuff I can do. The reason I am here is because of love for the country and love for the girls. I coach both men and women football, said Donaldson. So at one hand, he's saying that the contract expires at the end of September, so he cannot say he doesn't have a contract. Respectfully, Mr. Revolution, I hear your opinion. I hear your opinion. I hear your opinion, sir. Mr. Revolution, you have your opinion. I'm just trying to work with me and Tigat and we're trying to work on our craft in this thing as journalists. So no, Tigat, you can go ahead given what you just heard.
No, I'm sorry. I missed out some of it as I was talking to my boss. So I missed out on some of it. But I just want to clarify, if I interpret the paper wrong, but I quoted it, part of it wrong when he said his contract was over. It did say so in the paper. I guess my interpretation was wrong.
Yeah. So what he's saying is that at the end of September, because he signed a 1-year extension, September last year. So at the end of September, he'll be out of contract.
Okay.
And the GFF has not engaged him yet. It could mean that they're not going to renew his contract. I don't know. It could mean that they're waiting. It could mean that Lauren Donaldson don't want to be there.
Right.
You understand me? But for me, I think for the national team, for the under-17 team, for the under-20 team, people should be applying for jobs. Like, even though Hal Grimson is there, I think people should be sending in resume to replace him. Put him under pressure.
Which is what is happening.
Yeah. Tigat look like he's frozen. So go ahead, Tigat. So with your line of questioning.
No, but it's just a concern. You understand? It's just a concern.
But unlike unprofessional people who just come on the radio and TV and in the media, Tigat, and just talk. I have a different standard. I can't come here and talk about me and a person I talk about privately. Because all of you guys will start saying, boy, speed, DB. And that's what I'm saying. So, you see, some of these people were talking like that. I think guys should have looked down on them and say, but because Tigat, you see how you just stop to go talk to your boss? You think you can come on the radio and TV and say anything you want to say about your boss? You wouldn't have no work. So, but some people don't do that. They're unprofessional. We can't talk about details because I can tell you that we did ask him to come to a meeting before he went to the World Cup, and him saying he couldn't come. I'm just leaving it there.
Yeah, but what I'll say is this, right? That and this is part of negotiation tactics as well. And like our Eagle Republic leave it. You do that now. You put pressure on the federation to make a decision. So sometimes that is a part of it too.
You're not putting, and we know the game too.
And
we know the
recent,
game too.
I don't know, and I'm just saying that it
No,
could
no,
be.
I agree with you, and we know the game too.
Then there's also the fact that recently an article came out that is in consideration for the USA job. So maybe all of these things are factors. What if, you need to know what an offering, because he may be looking at because I don't know. Me personally, maybe if I were getting the USA job over the Jamaican job, because at the end of the day, you understand me, you have to take care of your family, So if the USA job is before him, he may be saying to the GFF, let me see what you have to offer, because the USA are considering me, and they are giving me $1 million US a month, and you are giving me $1 million Jamaican a month. That's
exactly. And we certainly couldn't afford
it. Yeah.
As Mr. Speed said, it's just sad, and why certain things has to be out in the public space and can be dealt on a different level. And I guess journalists want to create a news, and sometimes we give them the news. You understand? So it's just that. I know it just all blow up. You understand?
But most of the time, it's still, as I say, it's because most people are professional. But you don't expect me to tell you when me and a man say privately. I'm not going to tell you. So that's my standards.
Yeah. No, big up Soldier. Soldier said he don't think the GFF have enough money to pay him to move from England. I think Mr.
Soldier
with the UFAB license. Which one of the job them you want?
Which license him have?
Hey, people, Mr. I believe in the Champions League starts today, and Arsenal playing.
Which license Soldier?
UFAB license. But Soldier, we need to see a coach a team first, Which team you put?
We have only a professor who wouldn't get a job, We have a lot of people who are professors who wouldn't get
Soldier, which team you coach? Because Soldier keep telling me that he used to coach OHI a long time, and test and run to. And Ranto and Lala and Lassie and all of them. You have to give me some new name, Soldier. Where is that, Soldier? Give me some new name, Which team are the most recent team you coach? Soldier, where there, man? Manchester, you're afraid, Manchester. Soldier, afraid that we can't get no female team for coach, Soldier.
Remember, I have to do some more leap. He have to do some more leap. Jump to some power. You have to get a police record. You have to do the.
No man, him clean pan them thing there. It's just that him have 17 kids with 18 different ladies. You understand me? I don't know
so we have. You have to make sure you do certain courses like safeguarding, them type of courses. So, it's more stringent now. So, all the things you have to go jump hoops, you have to jump to get that job.
So, Soldier must have done in prayer closet, man. I pray for Manchester United versus Bayern Munich. All right, no. But Tiga, that is it. And anything else you want to ask? So.
Yeah, that is it. That is it. I
think that's boring though.
Next time I'll have some more. You see, I was accused on other platform that I'm working with the GFF. So next time I'll come with more hard questions. So I won't be accused.
Another type problem. Another platforms is once you have the hype and a cuss and a rant and rave, then no matter if them have no facts, then just come and talk anything.
Because I'm accused.
Anyway, I'm not going to come on my platform and discuss other platforms. So let me stick to my platform right now. You're going to ask Tiga. So I heard that I'm going to mute you because I'm getting some feedback. But all right. So I hear there's issue about what is they don't even know some comment that I think Tiga brought it to my attention that the JFF is a joke because they don't know what my role is, and nobody has come out from the JFF and stated. I know Mr. Speed, Mr. Chung, the national coach, myself, the president of the JFF has done different things on both mainstream and social media platform about the role that I play, and even Simon. So I don't understand how people say that they don't.
So, man, how you coming at talk about other people platform, and I am sure.
No, I didn't. I say other people platform.
Yeah,
I
but
say,
me hear some people platform when I don't do it. Then say you sell out, and you want everybody know the people say about you. Them say you're a sellout now, and because you work for JFF, yeah. And them say because JFF are pay you. Me don't know them know your salary.
What?
But one of the reason why me know so they don't know your salary, because the figure what them put out the Al Grimston and crew get is so wrong. That's why me know say they don't know your salary. So me not even worried about what them say, because them so wrong, and them put up the figure and then wrong. And the reason why I know so they're wrong, because I mean negotiate the amount of money. So I don't nobody tell me. So yeah, them poor.
No, I don't know about that, but I know what I'm saying is what T-Gat had brought it. So
it's T-Gat. Okay.
No, it's a different thing. It's T-Gat, and T-Gat was having some discussion about it. That other thing I don't, but the T-Gat one is one. I talk about where. But my position, people, is that I was asked to be, and I say it clearly, Roy Simpson is the general manager, which means he manages all the managers. I was asked to manage the national team. So that is what it is. Now,
national senior men's team only, to be specific.
Only. Right? So when you get there, here's what happened. You have the general manager who help you, and you, for the people who are on the team, you'll notice in the recent qualifiers, I was a person who was around the team. Roy Simpson did most of his general management from the offices while I was.
Man, Jesus said if you just leave it alone. Look here. Let me just explain to some people. We're looking at asking people from the private sector who have the requisite skills to help us manage some of those things, because it's not a secret that we have a lot of issues some of the time when we're traveling, So people from private sector who have a different viewpoint, sometimes it's good to use those skills whenever you're doing anything. For instance, I manage the JOA team to the Pan American game and to the game in England name again, the one and the Commonwealth Games. I don't have anything to do with the JOA, but it's just it was a process that we went through, and I was chosen to do it. And I don't get any money if people start to think that we get paid. I don't get no pay. It's just the love of the country. So it's the same thing now we're trying to do with the football, to say. And we have had some good results. I think even Chris Berry had managed. Chris Berry? I don't remember. The guy from Mayberry, Peart, had managed one of those teams to the Olympics. Peter Higgins. Those are the type of caliber person that went on some of these teams for the JOA. We have people, executive at Digicel, that went. So it's a thing that we're looking at, to have some private sector person help us to manage some of those teams. And it's something that we think, and it worked out well for JOA. We don't see no reason why it can't work out for us. So that's just what it is right now, people. I mean, if you don't want to help your country, it's fine. But you have a lot of people who want to volunteer to help their country.
Yeah. And what I was saying in a Tiga, listen, I will say to people, like, there are so many things that can be, like I said, that tomorrow Tiga, for example, you know that people don't know this. I think recently they kind of know that. Carl Pinnock, who is Ethan Pinnock's father, and I are friends. And so Ethan Pinnock. So we have some football boots that we're giving away to school, courtesy of him. And we have some other people that we partner with. So at the end of the day, right, we have to go beyond what we do on these platforms and be involved in the transformation of football. And there are so many people who can help. All I'm saying to people is that it is fine to come and argue and criticize and identify the problems. I do have a problem with that, Call out man if you see that. And make sure you're factual. But when you have done that, you better do something to change. Because talking by itself hardly changes anything.
Correct.
Get involved in the process. So show the people like, listen, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing because the football is changing. The football, because at the end of the day, our ultimate purpose should be, at the end of it all, football became better because of my contribution. That is what I want. That I can look back and say to my sons and my grandkids that, man, I was able to help Jamaica for 2 years, for 3 years. And because of that, this small change was made. And I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity.
Right. So somebody was asking Management. I think we could deal with that already. So all the people who criticize and say if them have ideas, give them. And we're welcome to listen to your ideas. And if you can help us, I mean, we'll gladly use your skills that you have, if you have any. Some people now have no skill. Some people now have no talent. Them just come and talk. But somebody was asking, what is it if we lose a game in Jamaica? If we win a game in Jamaica and lose in Canada, what would be, what would happen? Management, you can take it.
All right. So if we beat Canada by 2 and lose in Canada by 1, Jamaica goes through.
I don't think the away goals rule is in effect anymore.
Right. So if it is 2-2 here and 2-2 in Canada, they go to extra time and penalties.
In the last game.
In the last game, yeah. Because there's no away goal rule in it. You just play.
That's one more of the rules that the FIFA has changed. They have changed so many rules. They have changed back the offside rule. They changed the offside rule like about 5 times in the last 3-4 years. So FIFA, that body, you know, them in the body, I don't remember what they name. They have been busy changing the rules left, right, and center. So the away goal rules no longer apply. So you really have to just score the goals in wherever you are and outscore your opponent, or else it's extra time and then penalty shootout. So that is where we is at the moment, and we just have to be mindful of that. I don't know if that makes it fairer or more unfair. I don't know which one. What do you think, man?
I think honestly, based on what I saw of the Jamaican defense in the World Cup, if we can get 2 goals in Jamaica, I think we're going to go through. I do not believe that Canada is the same place they are now that they were 6 years ago. And I think this Jamaican team is primed. Listen, I love this young player named Cameron Simmons. If we can find a way to get her in the starting 11, I can see, along with Bonnie Shaw, she can score a couple of goals. And I strongly believe that if we, in fact, I think this squad that we have is probably going to be more prepared than the squad in the World Cup, and we'll have more confidence playing at home. I would love to see like 15,000 fans in the stadium though, because I think that will make a huge difference. I know Kyle and the rest of the group trying to we're getting the bands in there to make whole heap of noise and sing. We're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna still have boots, football boots given away to fans at the stadium because we want the fans to come out. We have tickets here given away now. People, so call in, get your tickets, answer the question, because the important thing is the 12th man, which is the fans. I think the fans will make a huge difference in this home game. So come out and support the girls. With the fans need your support. The girls need your support. Honestly, they need your support.
Well, in more ways than one, because I mean, people don't understand that. You say you care about the girls and you have whole heap of talk. I can't just free ticket. Nothing is free now. It's just that somebody else pay for it. So we need the fans to come out and support the game and say you're supporting the Reggae Girls. You can't stay home and say you're supporting the Reggae Girls. That's not how it goes. And that is really what we need. You know, live to radio. The truth is, I would really like to have one, but there's no way I could afford to have one for now. So I'm just hoping to sell the next couple of players. And if I'm able to sell some players, yes, you'll eventually see me have one. I identify a space already, but we just don't have any money to deal with it.
What about investing in a club overseas? Mr. Speed, how about that one? If you sell 2 players and get the money, you can invest in a European club overseas.
To do what? I don't need to do what?
Hey, export overseas.
No, but I wouldn't want to send it to that club. I want to send it to an established club that have money. It's like a poor man sell. All I know is like a poor man sell to himself. You're poor and sell to yourself.
So all right.
Because you're the overseas. That I mean, you're not poor in a Tigat. You're not poor as a.
Hold on. The Tigat you have feedback a little bit. But Tigat, not because you probably heard recently in the news that a man buy a club in a Europe or buy shares in a club over Europe. Like you need to do it because it's you already operate a club in Jamaica. Why would you buy a club in Europe to take your players and send them to your club in you don't want to do that Tigat, but
sell to yourself. Tigat, hear the word, don't get high on your own supply.
Tigat,
I have to sell it myself.
Need some beating for the suggestion there. Me I tell you, Tigat.
Tigat, you're boring this time.
The suggestion in a cut to Tigat. A good thing say you take yourself off of the screen, yeah, man. I don't think you want the people to hear you make the suggestion there. But people, listen, it's 3 hours in one. And Arsenal have game, Manchester United. Yeah. You got to say, you just buy a club, man, and said all of your ballers they over the export.
Rob Smith say my export to himself. Rob Smith is that name. I never export that.
This one time, invest in a marijuana dispensary. Hey, Tiga, no wanna come back on Tiga.
The one before man said, Tiga, don't get high in your own supply.
Tiga to something, man.
So, but hold on. Any of the words on the player hit by lightning?
Yeah, man, we spoke about that already. You have to go back to the beginning of the show.
No, I mean them okay.
Yeah, one is out of the hospital. The official, the assistant referee is still there, and the other 2 are doing well.
But the referee needs a talking to do. Him should have taken them off the pitch long time. Him control it.
Yeah. Hold on. We have Soldier. Soldier, you know, we're going to end the show, but you know, you're one of our favorite callers.
Yeah, man. No, I'm just call Arsenal score. Arsenal gone 1. Soccer.
You see it, you know, people. I am management. This is I am sure. This is it.
You're my Arsenal score, man.
This is management. This is management. This is I am sure sport. And you know, when it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are OUT out of you. Miss me, Arsenal. All right, Soldier, big up.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New heard this. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocho-Race, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Yeah. Someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.